for this animation.
Hey, everybody.
I'm still watching the animation. I'm sorry. I just wanted to see it. I was very excited. Very excited about it.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, I'm orange.
Wow.
Look how cute I am.
Look at these moves.
Yay. It's us.
That's really cute.
Oh, yay. I've got my music on, so I have to stop. I have the sound on. Okay. Anyway. Hello, my delicious little dumplings. Are we so super excited?
Yes.
For this nonsense we're doing? This
so good.
silliness?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Let's I know everybody in here, but let's go ahead. We're going to go down the line. I'm going to lean over to this screen of mine so I can see what order we're in. Nice. We're going to start with Carlos. Who are you? What do you do? And what's your favorite dessert?
Oh, good questions. I like these questions.
Heck
These are
yeah.
my favorite. My name is Carlos Luna. I am the content producer at Roll20. I also do other video editing as well as role-playing games. My favorite dessert. Now, is this like a go-to in my house, or if I'm like at someplace fancy, I get this?
You know what? I'm going to let you have two.
Oh, okay.
No one else, though.
Okay.
No, everybody else. I'm in a magnanimous mood. I too can be merciful.
If I'm out to dinner, cheesecake. It's classic. You can't go wrong. You can't mess it up. It's gonna be cheesecake every single time.
What on it?
Nice.
Usually like the strawberry or raspberry one, or if they have like a
Hell
special
yeah.
one, it's like, yeah, I'm all about that.
Yeah.
Special, whatever. Home dessert. Okay. I think it's Jimmy Fallon's Ben and Jerry's ice cream. I think that's what it is. I think they put potato chips in it or something. That's the one.
It's good. I'll back you up.
It's the best thing Jimmy Fallon has ever done.
Besides break while he's in character.
Besides break. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that.
Oh, what a delight. Okay, let's move on to Masood.
Okay.
Who are you?
Hi.
What do you do?
And my favorite dessert, is that
No.
also on the table? No. Okay.
Yes, of course it is.
Hi, I'm Masood. I'm a comedian and actor based in Chicago, and tabletop role-playing game enthusiast. You can also, I believe my pronouns are he, him, and my favorite ice cream. Yeah, so I'd have to say ice cream is definitely
No
the
dessert. It doesn't have to be ice cream.
No,
It's just-
but it is. It is.
Oh, okay.
And it like ice cream is the answer, but there's
Okay.
two options. Ice cream cake, if given the opportunity for a special occasion, is the best. And then on the regular, I also like Ben and Jerry's, but I have to deviate. It's to a better comedian and a better ice cream. Stephen Colbert's
Colbert.
Americone Dream
Yes.
is
Yes.
so good. It's
That is
so
so
good.
good.
That's a
Yeah.
good one for sure. I did the Katie May kick when you said it.
Let's see what it comes up.
When does this become an abuse of power? Do we
When I get
think?
more of
Yeah.
them.
How long does it
So
take for Carlos to get out of control?
I'm gonna. I'll explain later, but like, yeah, I want
Yeah.
to do a lot of these. It's gonna be great. Sorry, go on.
Okay, let's move on to Katie May, the high-kicking cutie.
Hi, I'm Katie May. You may have already seen me in this stream. A younger me is the subject of the kick. That photo was taken from me at a Chuck E. Cheese. Unfortunately, you can't see the Charles E. Cheese that I'm kicking the shit out of. But yes, that photo is me. I am a podcaster, producer, and dungeon master. I typically do Dungeons, Dice, and Everything Nice, which is a great little podcast you should listen to. Also, when we're not in this, I do Comedy and D, which is a charity Dungeons and Dragons live show in Chicago. My favorite dessert, I'm going to get very specific, and it is still Ben and Jerry's related. I want just the core of the Boom Chocolata cookie core ice cream.
I've never
Mm.
heard
It's
of this
like-
before.
Oh,
So just
please
chocolate?
get it. It's like have you
So
ever
it's
had
like
the
chocolate?
cookie, like the cookie peanut butter thing from Trader Joe's? Like that,
No.
like
Cookie butter? Oh.
yeah, it's like cookie butter, but like
Oh,
like a chocolate cookie butter. It's like
Okay.
a peanut butter consistency, but only cookie.
huh.
And I just want the core. I don't want the ice cream around it.
I like that.
I
I
just
like
want that. That's my answer.
But wait, what's your out to dinner?
Oh, I like to see what people can do with lemon desserts. I love me
Really?
a lemon dessert. I just like judging them.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't enjoy eating them?
Well, they're usually like,
I hate them.
So here's
I'm
the thing.
allergic.
So
I can't eat any of
there
them.
was a restaurant in my hometown called Johnny Carino's, and it had the best lemon dessert of my life. But then they went out of business, and so now I'm just chasing that white whale. Can any lemon dessert be better than that dessert I had?
The
So,
best.
thanks for diving into that particular, like, deep-seated lemon
love it.
dessert trauma
Chasing
of
the
mine.
lemon dragon.
Chasing that lemon dragon, baby. Oh, don't Google that.
Silani, please save us from this tomfuckery.
Hi, I'm Silani Bailey. I am the dungeon master for Plot Hunters. And okay, what is the list of things we need? Desserts. We need
Desserts, fancy desserts for
You're
like
out to eat.
out to eat, fancy
then at
dessert,
home.
and at home pillow fights.
let's see, at home. Well, it's not. I can't make it myself because my mom makes it. But her fried bananas with vanilla ice cream is very, very yummy.
That sounds so good.
It is
Love
very, very
fried
tasty.
bananas. Yeah.
And then my fancy one out to dinner is tempura ice cream. I like fried things in ice cream.
That's good.
Oh,
No, that's-
have you ever had
like
fried
that one.
Oreos though?
I have not
No?
Yes, they're really delicious.
Fried
with ice
Oreos.
cream.
Yeah, you can have them with ice cream, like a vanilla bean with a little caramel drizzle
That sounds
Oh, that sounds
phenomenal.
amazing.
and some large sea salt on the side.
TK, what about you?
Yeah. Who are you?
Like my segue.
Yeah. I'm
Whoa.
TK. I do spooky stories. I DM Tales from the Mists, and now I DM Mythic Odysseys of Theros. I play games when I should be working, you know, stuff like that. I'm lactose intolerant, but my favorite dessert when I go out is sopapilla with ice cream, usually a vanilla bean with caramel drizzle. Light, especially with a very finely grated cinnamon or brown sugar.
So classy. Classy,
Oh, I know.
guys.
Yeah, I pay $4.99 for it at my local Mexican restaurant.
Hell yeah.
Quarantine.
Hashtag support.
Yeah, and when I'm at home, my favorite is dried cranberries in granola.
Dried
I just got
Cranberries.
trail
and
mix?
granola.
Wait.
Yeah.
No.
Just
None
like,
of the good
hey,
stuff with
hey,
trail
this is a
mix.
safe space. You can just say
Safe
trail
space.
mix.
But
Yeah.
well, I don't like the other stuff that's in trail mix. So I don't like the
Okay.
M&Ms
just like
and
a-
stuff.
Or the
Granola
Yeah.
You don't like the
Yeah.
mix part.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I like specifically. I also don't like Chex Mix. I only like rice Chex which they don't put in Chex Mix. I'm like,
Guys.
if I'm gonna eat pretzels, I'll just eat pretzels.
What's the matter with you? The whole thing
What?
about trail, all of trail mix is good. That's why it's a mix. I literally have been just.
I just want the
consuming-
granola.
I think we've just pushed Masood off of some unknown cliff that we
Yeah,
did
I would-
not
I'm going to
see.
show you how
surprised.
many.
I'm turned into a
I'm gonna
total
show you-
bad boy there.
Get
A
outta
real
here.
bad
Who
boy.
sits there and
Bad
says my
boy.
favorite dessert is fucking trail mix anyway?
I'm going to show you how many like containers of trail mix I've
Squirrels, maybe?
consumed in quarantine. I will after the break. I will bring out all of my empty containers because I'm doing.
Nobody's asking you to do that.
No. I'm asking myself.
His
I'm
chair is
setting
just
that
surrounded by
precedent.
containers.
Masood,
Kinda
please.
weird.
It's gonna. My chair will be the containers. It'll be like Game of Thrones.
Sir.
Kind of weird. But
Oh.
okay.
Wow. That's the okay. Well, we're here for another thing. Please, God, help us.
We're all gonna
Yes,
cook our
we're-
favorite desserts and compete to
Get
see who
ready.
can make them the fastest.
Oh, I'm out of dried cranberries.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, TK would win. TK would just be like, "Here's a bowl with cranberries and granola." I think I took the W.
Noah! I'm just having to eat ice cream,
Mhm.
which is fine, but
We'll get you lactate, or does that not work?
it probably would if I tried it. But I never do. I'm just like, why? I want to eat
Okay.
ice cream now.
I'm gonna let you know.
Muscle through it.
Just yeah.
I love having you as a role model. Can I say that? It's really rewarding.
See if I help you cut your bangs next time. That's fine.
Wow.
Okay.
That's true.
It's cool. No.
Please help.
Keep going.
No, anyway, so Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
Dungeons and
Dragons.
Dragons. So all of you got to look at like the PDF and all of you got to look at the game and everything.
Yes.
Is everybody super excited?
So everyone studied because I made a quiz that I'm going to pass out right now to
What?
see if you can pass.
I do have a quiz actually for y'all.
my God.
I do.
Okay.
And I actually
God.
sent the quiz to you guys in advance so you could pre-study, but I know none of you did. So
I
No.
thought
it's
it'd
gonna
be.
great.
I thought it would be a good idea as like the member that's like the audience to not read up on it, so I could have the same reactions that the chat is having.
Mm.
Yeah.
right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Mhm.
And
You're
the,
right.
and the other man of the group also made that decision?
No, I studied. I read. I'm just
You
not
studied.
prepared for tests. I don't.
I
did study. He
skimmed
did
the
study.
things that were relevant
That's
to me.
It's true.
Meanwhile, Hermione Granger up here read the entire thing last night.
One time I got I was like trying to look like Hermione, but someone called me Hagrid and I cried in the bathroom. That's my story. Oh my god. It
I love
was
it
a
when you
teacher
tell
at the
us
theater camp I was at.
Can you
I love it when
Why?
you tell us traumatizing stories from your childhood.
When you
It's
make
the
it-
best.
when you make this a stand-up bit, can you say and then I was moaning Myrtle afterwards? 'Cause that would be
Oh yeah, nice.
the perfect
Nice.
goal. I'm
Pretty
sorry.
good.
Nice.
my
I
therapy
like how
costs 5
deeply
cents.
concerned
Thank
chat
you.
is. Chat, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm all right.
Cry.
God.
All right. So I know we've got No Silent Secrets sitting right here, but that's the game. So I'm just gonna double click that and move that out of the way.
Yeah, tell
So
me about
we're gonna
Theros.
start.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Theros. Who here knows about Theros? Who knows what Theros is? Raise your hand.
Kind of.
It's a
Evan-
world.
It's a plane, right?
It's a
Dungeons
place.
and Dragons book.
It's a plane of existence.
Uh-huh.
It's a plane of existence that isn't a globe. It's a flat disc,
Uh-huh.
which
Uh-huh.
is a fun, essential thing that I think everyone should learn about
Yeah.
Theros.
What is
Um,
at the end of the flat disc?
Nyx, right? Because what? No, because Caliphie sailed right from the ocean into.
Yeah.
I studied fourth. I'm,
Hermione over there.
I'm so sorry. I'm becoming who I hate.
10 points, Gryffindor.
And now it's
Oh,
Ron
I did not
Weasley. It's like,
predict
I studied
that.
and I don't know any of this.
I studied and I still don't know a single thing.
It says start here, but I'm gonna start down here in chapter 1.
Okay. Yes. So basically, Theros, if you're unfamiliar with it, it is a Magic the Gathering universe that has been made into a D&D source book. It pulls a lot of inspiration from Greek gods, and when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. So if you are familiar with Greek gods, it's really easy to just like pick up this one and run with it, especially if you're just pulling out more of like the rules and less of the lore. It's real good. I read it. This, I think, honestly, not to spoil anything, but this is probably my favorite D&D source book so far.
Oh, sorry, not to
Like-
cut you off. We should mention that. If you care about spoilers, don't watch this stream.
No, get out.
Yeah. If
Get outta
this
here.
is the future and you're watching this on YouTube right now, don't watch this stream
No.
if you care about spoilers. We are gonna spoil everything.
I'm actually, I'm leaving in 5 minutes. So we can all catch me in the Discord. We'll be ready.
Yeah, perfect. So it's really good. So basically there are like 3 like zones you need to know about. Nyx is the land of the gods. What is the material realm called? That's not the material realm.
You don't have a name for it. It's just the mortal realm.
The
Oh,
mortal
wow.
realm.
Awesome.
The
And,
mortal.
and then the
Mortal
name
realm.
That
of
was
the
a trick
underworld.
question,
which-
Katie May, and you still got it right. That was a trick question. Name the mortal realm, and you're like, it doesn't have a name. What's it called? And they're like, you may pass.
Yeah. 10
Thank you.
points, Gryffindor.
And then the underworld, very like basic. So I think we're gonna look at all
You know,
3 zones.
the basic.
today.
Basic as hell.
That's where
a
the
basic
basic
as hell
bitches
world.
go to.
Yeah,
That's
you
where
know
the
what to
basics
expect.
go when they die.
Their bones, their skeletons, demons, underworld.
It's just a bunch of ghosts holding Starbucks cups.
Yeah.
Got
I'm so
New-
glad that joke is still funny. Thank
It's
you.
still good.
Mhm.
God.
Let's see. We've got some playable races. We've got some new backgrounds. We've got some Piety Points, which I'm really excited to take a look at. But yeah, so that's for someone who's like, I don't know what Theros is. That's your basic explainer.
Yeah, heckin' yeah. Who knows how many gods there are?
Is it
A lot.
5 plus-
25.
I think 15 total or 14, right? 14. There should be 15, but there's 14.
Plus 10. I don't know. I have no idea, guys.
Why
I
are there
really don't.
14 and not 15, Masood?
Because there's 5 primary mana colors, and then you do the cross combinations, so 10. So 10 plus 5 is 15, and one of them is dead, and so it's only 14, right? One of the gods has died.
Actually, that god that died is replaced.
Oh,
but
okay.
You were super close.
Okay.
You were
Fucking
super close.
flexed, dude. That was
I
rad.
That was
yeah.
incredible.
That's Ron
Yeah, that
Weasley
was
at
really
the
good.
chessboard, guys.
Yes.
There it is.
You are correct. During the Theros Beyond Death, Xenagos does die and then is replaced by Clothis. So there are still 15.
Okay,
just
okay.
Xenagos was
Xenagos
replaced.
is a very, very cool name.
Gotcha.
It is, right? It's like
Wait, but who's Cacophony then?
was created. That was a created god who was then killed by the goddess of like the polis and civilization and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's
I feel
a very
stupid.
good job.
I don't know what we're talking
No,
about.
don't feel
Yeah.
stupid.
All right, Red.
I'm just smiling and
They
nodding.
just did a
Start from the
Masood
beginning.
just did some promo tweets about these. So,
Oh.
but yeah.
I had a little bit of practice,
So we should start from the beginning.
Yeah, let's
which
start from the
is,
beginning.
In the very beginning, there were just people. There were no gods to create people. And a whole bunch of like fucked up shit happened. And yeah, it's pretty much like,
It's
well,
like if you
what do we
whisper-
do?
It's if you whisper it
Yeah.
on stream in front of 100 people. It's like you didn't say it.
Fucked up shit.
My boss is in the chat, Carlos. Maybe you should shut up.
I love it. I love it. It's great. It's great. It just carries over. I love it. Sorry, go on.
But yeah, a bunch of stuff happens and they're like, we're going to dream some gods into existence. Also, there were a lot of like archons, which are sort of like angels. It's very interesting, but they were ruling as sort of tyrants in Theros. But people dreamed up gods and then boom, that's how gods came into happening. And Nyx is like the night sky. So the gods' legends and stories are all depicted in the constellations. So it's quite the delight. If we just think about Theros just like the realms being Nyx, mortal realm, and then the underworld, that's pretty much like the most base thing you need to know. People dreamed up gods.
What was the fourth one
Yeah.
though? There was a fourth world, right?
Fourth one?
No, there's only 3. Oh.
I think there's just the 3.
Oh, okay. I thought we said 4. Okay, I'm learning.
Well,
I'm learning.
now I'm second guessing myself. I don't know. Chat will tell me. YouTube will tell me. It'll be fine.
I don't think anyone knows.
Twitter will let you know.
Twitter will.
Twitter will absolutely let me know. I'm
Get
very
at us in the
excited.
comments. We'll be ready.
Yeah. So just like pulling up here, we're saying welcome to Theros. It's very exciting. I really like the artwork that is in these books right here. It's very reminiscent of like when you were a kid and flipping through the big mythology encyclopedias. It's I
How
like
did
a
you
lot
know
of
that I
the-
did that? That is creepy.
Lonnie, we all did that. It's okay. You're safe here. All right. So, do we want to talk about what kind of places there are in Theros? The polis or city states? What do we want to delve into first? We've got like
feel
this
like-
whole book ahead of us.
I feel like you gotta like the gods. You gotta,
Right?
Yeah.
Top down.
It gotta work that way.
All right, let's heckin' jump into chapter 2. So anybody who's wondering, we've got this set up in a little journal right here where we can kind of just jump to any chapter that we want to. All of this will be in the compendium as well, but this is nice because it's got some hot links.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, hot
Some
links.
hot links.
Some hot links. Yeah. I'm just move that, double click that, move that over to the side, and then Make this a big old boy. Big old boy.
Perfect.
I can chonk. All right. Who can name this beautiful man right here without looking?
I can't see the beautiful man.
Is that Karanos?
It is Karanos. Thank you.
Because that was my
Wow, Katie May, open a book.
Ooh.
Sorry, I said
that was the one I looked up because it was the one I wanted.
All right. And what does Karanos do?
He hits things with lightning.
I should have known.
She's not wrong.
Yeah.
It shows it right there.
Right or wrong.
Yeah.
Right or wrong.
Yeah.
So did like
Slytherin, I guess.
Did one person dream him up, or was it like a bunch of people having the same dream?
Oh,
Like,
you need a bunch of people having the same dream to make a god.
So a bunch of people are like, yes, this is what I was dreaming about last night. Kevin, what were you dreaming about? Gotta tell you, it's this guy in the scene that has electricity.
There's a really interesting like story in mythos of like a satyr who was like really popular, and then he was like, what's the difference between popularity and becoming a god? And so he like exploited the system and became a god, and then the gods got really mad about it and they killed him. There's like a story in the book that's like the mythos of, so it is genuinely like manifesting reality.
Yeah,
is what dreamers can do. And the book is very specific because I really appreciated it. There was like one section in the book that was like, listen, one single person cannot disbelieve a god out of existence. That's not like a thing one person can do, because that sounds exactly what like a level 1 party would do. Be like, I know what we'll do. We'll disbelieve him out of existence.
It's like, okay.
That'll surely turn the tides of war.
It sure will.
But yeah, it's like, and so like the manifestations are like constantly like changing. And so it's very important for the gods to get people to be devout in them, because the more devout that people are, the more powerful the gods become. So piety is really important, not only to the people, not only to mortals, but to gods themselves. So it's not a monotheistic sort of thing. Like people believe in many of the gods and will pray to many of them, like opportunistically, but like to get like more devout favor is how the gods themselves become more powerful. And so a lot of that is done by picking specific champions, which is something that you'll see a lot of in the book. Obviously, I think the game is expecting you to play champions of the gods. And so that is what we will see a lot of.
Yeah. It's very interesting you brought up that cedar story, because that's pretty much what happened with Xenagos. Though in the in the Magic the Gathering game, he is also a planeswalker. So he was pretty much like, he left and then he came back and he was like, not even the gods can leave this plane. So what makes them more powerful than me? And it's like, that's a pretty good fucking question.
And so I would love to know, like, does a Johnny, like, he brought the Leonin, right, to the plane of Theros, because they're one of the new playable races. And like, how is his interaction with the gods, and like, is it known yet, or is that like something of a greater canon?
I know that I don't think that I ever saw a Johnny mentioned in this book. I think they're keeping the planeswalkers pretty much separate, like more separate in this book, because I didn't see a lot about Elspeth either.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's very interesting that there's like been a little bit of canon changes. It's hard to like figure out what the timeline is for this. It's very interesting because they mentioned Clothis as a goddess, as opposed to Xenagos. It's kind of like, oh, this is after that, because she became a goddess after that. So it's very interesting. I haven't seen a Johnny mentioned, but I did only do a few cursory looks in, because I want to be a little surprised by this book.
Well, the nice thing about that is also, it's like, since none of the planewalkers are involved, you don't have to know like the greater lore of the entire Magic the Gathering universe. You can just show up, learn this one, and leave. It's very nice.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm here.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
like tomfoolery.
You said a Johnny, and I'm like, a Johnny? There's no
No.
Johnnies in this
Single
world?
Johnny.
Single Johnny.
Yeah, no, I know. When I hear that stuff, I'm just like, I will never understand what that means. I mean, I think most won't. And you are okay. No one hates you. No one hates you. That's my solemn promise.
I'm here for the Magic the Gathering fans. That's what I'm representing right now. That's it.
Yeah. Masood's got the nerds. I've got the dummies. It's
I glanced over and saw somebody in the chat, and they did mention they find it hard to see how an artificer would fit into the Theros setting. I have a few ideas, and I think once we get into some supernatural gifts and stuff, you will have some good ideas too. Because there is a supernatural gift known as Anvil Rot, which is they're very much like automatons and things like that. Think very like Bubo the Owl from from like Clash of the Titans. It's very cool. But yeah, so let's go down the list. Do we know who the major gods are and what their colors are?
You've got Heliod, who's white, right?
Yes.
And then
So Heliod is the sun god. So that's he wields a sun spear called Crucius. Crucior.
Yeah, and that's important because it is the only weapon at the time that was capable of slaying a god.
Right.
Oh fuck.
So
Okay.
it's the God Slayer spear. Yeah.
All right. Well, and so that's the weapon that we're giving Carlos's character just right off the bat, first session.
Yeah, 100%. Totally makes sense that that his character would be. I almost spilled the beans on Carlos's character.
Oh yeah, stay tuned because in the second half we might spill some beans about what our PCs
I love
look like.
beans.
I know. We got
Wait.
Oh, my
Really?
third
Oh my
favorite
God.
dessert.
I'm so excited.
We're gonna talk some
Also,
beans. I'm excited.
Y'all, I was kidding about the granola and cranberries. It is Mississippi mud pie.
Oh,
yeah.
Let that bit go for a long time.
A very long time.
I
We
forgot.
sold it. We bought it. That's like a
Yeah,
sleeper cell
sorry.
coming out of a deep coma.
I was like digesting it still.
Just like a Mississippi mud pie.
I was like learning to cope with that truth. And that truth
Not anymore. It was going to be a joke about me working out, but I just got bored with it. Anyway.
It's okay.
All right, so you got
So-
Heliod. He's the big boy.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, what do we know about Heliod? Our big boy Heliod. Let me pull up a player art handout real quick so I can
Lifts
look at
5
this.
times a week.
Has to.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I want this. I want
Has
this
those
one.
sunglasses that kind of look like rainbows, and you get from truck stops, and they're like sweatpants only, obviously.
Ed Hardy t-shirt
Ed Hardy
when possible.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I mean,
No-
if a t-shirt at all.
Old Navy
that makes the
performance fleece
tracks.
vest.
Yeah.
Likes Kid Rock's new stuff.
Yes.
Right.
Noosed. Hate you.
Also
Hey.
has a pickup truck with the balls on the back.
The truck nuts.
Oh, God.
Truck nuts has those.
Has a Hummer 2 and 3.
There's
Yeah, I'm just
decal of
reading. You're just
Calvin.
reading from the source book right now.
Calvin from
Yeah.
Calvin and Hobbes is peeing on a Hyundai logo or whatever. I don't know.
Wizards of the Coast is like, we worked really hard on this. And he's just being, his reputation is being immediately tarnished.
Whatever.
But he's like the big papa. He's got big Zeus energy to me.
I like it when you call me Big Papa.
Yeah, no, exactly. But
I
I will
love it.
specify not in a good way. He does give me not good vibes. And I know you didn't ask me about the vibes, but
No, 100% because like he's jealous, he's arrogant, he's all like, I'm king of the gods, and everybody else is like, I don't know about that one, Chief.
Oh, okay.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then it's of course like, because he's the one who has the feud with Erebos, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
The god of
And
the
that's his
underworld.
brother.
Yep.
I don't know if they're actually related or not. So, but Erebos
Yeah.
is like the Hades to his Zeus.
Yeah.
What's his
In more
name?
technical to
Yeah.
help people follow along. It's
Erebos.
Erebos.
Erebos. And what color does he represent?
Swamp, black.
Swamp. Okay.
And he's the
Always
one who
bet on
rules
black.
the underworld.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And his
So then
mythic
we've got-
weapon is a whip.
Yeah, with a
Oh.
gold handle.
Mhm.
Ooh,
I don't know the
So
name
you know
off the top.
he fucks.
You know that guy gets down.
I will say
Like
he's
Indiana
kind of
Jones style.
well, he's a little lame because he's like, I know that my brother wants to come take the underworld from me, and I'm not gonna let him. He just
love
wants
your
what I have, and I'm not gonna let him have it.
You
His
deflated this guy
whips.
so easily with your
God.
impression of this guy. I know my brother is going.
Erebos is sassy.
He wants
I mean,
my
come on.
underworld, and he can't have it.
It's like David from Schitt's Creek.
His his
Rather than thinking of him,
Oh my god.
Oh God.
The picture of him is very cool though. So
Yeah.
like, I'm so sorry.
I'll share it in just a second. Carlos, do you mind hitting continue for me?
Oh yeah.
Thanks, darling.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Let me see if there's a picture of Heliod in here. Yeah, there's Heliod.
Right.
Ye old fuck boy.
Oh
damn. You were right.
One episode in. I love it.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I see it.
Just want to exude that heavy canceled energy.
I'm so sad they're not popping up for me, but I know what his face looks
That
like.
dude surfs.
No, I'm
man.
sorry. I should be sharing these with y'all. I'm sorry. Let me show that to players.
Share them with me. So I
Boom,
can
there
see
you
the
go.
alphas.
Oh, cool.
I made that for you.
Thank you.
Please.
Love it.
The one thing I will like, I say I like about Erebos is smoke comes from his eyes, and I think that it's chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoke
We
comes
get
from
it.
his-
You vape.
Okay.
Also-
yeah, we get it.
We
We
get
love
it.
the vape king Erebos, god of the underworld.
I'm not gonna lie,
What is that,
like
strawberry watermelon? What are you even vaping?
his design is so tight that
Yo,
it
the
makes me
shoulder,
feel
yeah.
like
The
it makes me
pauldrons?
feel like they designed him first, and
I
then we're
love
like,
it.
"Fuck, where are we gonna put him?
Yeah,
like, we
they-
have to invent an entire world to put him in."
They
His
brought up like
sleeves
Tim
are
Curry.
Cosmos. Are you kidding me?
They brought up like Tim Curry from Legend, and they mixed it with like
Yes.
Like-
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi.
Oh,
Pineapple mango.
Oh, Heliod is apparently
Hate
worse
you.
than Zeus. I don't know. Zeus was real bad if you really get into it. And like they did that kind of justice with Heliod.
Oh, I'm sorry. For new people who don't know how we roll in here, people in here in this magical stream computer video thing, we can say kind of whatever we want. Please keep the
Oh, sure.
keep it out of chat.
Hasbro
okay.
somehow gave us the keys to heaven, but no one else can come in.
Nobody else.
We snuck in.
We actually
Oh.
crawled our way through. Yeah.
Zeus is the worst.
Zeus is the worst, dude.
Erebos is kind of bad too.
Yeah.
They call him tyrannical. He, you know what he is. I will say, not that it makes it better. He doesn't really take pleasure in being a tyrant. He's just kind of like, you know, you're suffering, but through suffering, you'll accept that you've died, and it's like, yeah.
Okay.
So a part of this book is that they keep sort of the nature of the gods
Mhm.
movable, right? It's very easy for in your campaign to be like, Heliod's gonna be a villain or Heliod's gonna be a helper to the
Mhm.
heroes. It really leaves
Oh.
it up to how you want to play it. And in the
Right.
back of the book, we'll find later that there are suggestions for if you want to make a specific god the villain of your campaign and how to sort of twist their worst characteristics. So none of the gods are going to be inherently just good.
Yeah.
They're all going to be a little bit messy. They're all going to
Mm.
be a little bit complicated, and that
Okay.
makes it a little bit more
I
interesting.
love a messy god.
It can
Who's the
Give
who's the
us-
mountain?
yeah.
Who's the red? Who's red? Who's the mountain?
Who's red? Okay, let's
Who's the mom?
let's
Who's the mountain? I played Magic the Gathering.
You got it. You got it.
junior high. I
Alright.
know
You got
what's
it.
up.
Here
It's
he
not.
is.
It's not volcanoes. They're mountains.
Three
Yes.
to cast ball lightning. Whatever. I'm cool now. I have a wife.
Are you still gonna do that voice for your new character?
Oh, please only do that voice for every character.
Every character.
Is that gonna be your
Every
new character voice again, or are you gonna do
Uh,
something different?
I don't
Carlos?
know. I'm a
Yeah.
one-trick pony, so you know.
I know.
I
You
either
show
have
this
to
to
do it or
players.
put me out the
So
pasture.
y'all can see. All right, so red is Perforos,
Yeah,
god of the
dude.
forge. He's dummy thick, y'all.
Dummy thick.
Okay,
He's-
I didn't know that had to be the first thing you said about
He
him.
is.
He's the Dwayne the Rock Johnson of the gods.
It's
Look
big
at this
facts.
man. Look at
him.
them Look at these packs.
Come on.
Yeah. So
Come
there
on,
are like
chat.
5. Those are like 5 main gods, and so we've covered a few of them. So we've got Heliod, Erebos. This is Perforos. This is the
Perforos.
third of the main. He's in the main 5, right?
Yep. He's the main 5.
Yeah,
He's got a hammer
His
for his
daddy.
mythic weapon. I
What's
think
his
like
name
He's
that's what he
got
is.
big
Perf-
Thanos energy.
So
to
it's so
me.
interesting because like in lore,
Yeah.
Perforos actually has 2 weapons. So
Interesting.
in the lore for MTG, Magic the Gathering, and the lore for Mythic Odysseys of Theros, he's wielding this big O nonsense hammer. Let me see what it's called. It is called Ackman. But he also wields the Sword of Chaos.
Oh.
So that's a
Fascinating.
delight. I want to say it's the sword that Elspeth uses at
Uh-huh.
least once, but I don't know. I don't know a lot about Elspeth. I just know she had a hot boyfriend.
Who's the forest? Who's the forest one? Who's green?
Force. Ooh, my girl.
Nylea?
Lice.
We're
No,
gonna
is it
jump
Nylea
over
or
to
is it
yeah, it is
Hen?
Nylea.
Nylea.
Oh,
Nylea.
You
my
did it. 10
wife.
points.
Love
10
that.
points.
I
Gryffindor.
I don't want to give beans away, but yes, I read a lot about her. I find
Yeah,
it
you
very
did.
interesting.
Yeah,
Is-
you did.
Is that we're gonna find out more about that later?
She's kind of like
Yeah.
she's like the Artemis analog
Mm-hmm.
in this. She has a short bow, also an artifact. The reason we're naming the weapons that they have is that these are artifacts that your characters can pick up in the book.
Uh-huh.
So they have like stat blocks and stuff. It's a delight.
And
But
what I
that's
remember
her looking all gorgeous.
when the expansion dropped for the Magic the Gathering, these were like some of the first like legendary artifacts that were released as also cards. Like you could get the
Oh.
gods and their items, and like I remember that made a huge difference. So it was like really cool to also see that incorporated in the book itself. Like I don't know, if for us who fit in that weird Venn diagram that just consume all of Hasbro content, like I don't know, it's nice.
Yeah, Shoots and Ladders, Monopoly, whatever.
I got.
What-
You should
what-
see my bedroom. I sleep
Yeah.
on nothing but board games.
Yeah, Miss Monopoly,
yeah.
Candyland. Shoots and
Only
Ladders.
copies of unsold copies of Miss Monopoly is what I
Please.
stumble upon.
Monopoly 2000, the .com edition.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite thing about Nylea, not only so she's obviously big Artemis energy. Like her whole thing is that she maintains the order of the natural world. So she has a rivalry with Ephara. How are we saying it? We are the
Ephara.
dictator. Ephara.
She also has one with Karametra.
Yeah, she has one with Karametra too. That one's a little saucier in my opinion. Sorry. But Nylea's she's got that big like protect the earth energy. She like protects groves that she likes. She's that's her whole thing. She also has a pet lynx. Is I think
I
what
want to
it
say
is.
she has a lynx. Let me look.
Yeah, I think it's a lynx. Let me check. Oh gosh, I don't know where it is anymore.
don't either.
It's some kind of cat. She has a cat, which is what I absorbed. I was like, yes, a lesbian with a cat. So that's very important to me.
Why are you
Um,
like this?
So yeah, but it was like the her and her. I'm gonna say lynx until chat corrects me. She has a lynx, but she was hunting it because it killed her favorite pet, and so she hunted it, but she could never kill it, and she has an arrow that always strikes true. So it was like this thing that she could never do, and so she kept trying to hunt it until eventually they came to a peaceful a peaceful agreement. So it's her and her cool pet cat just protecting the woods, and I would die for her. That's my story.
And actually, her short bow in this book
Mhm.
is it always fits. It's got a dang, I can't remember what that property is.
Like,
Oh, well.
is it
Always
true
hits.
sight? No.
No, that's to see invisible people
Gotcha.
and ghosts.
Go.
Spooky.
Typical underworld stuff, guys. Go.
You know, as you do. I'm gonna pull
And
it
then-
up real quick.
The reason I call her a lesbian is because
Affixus.
sorry, chat. The reason I call Nylea a lesbian is because they have something called the tragedy of Arasta. And she had a beloved Dryad companion, and they go out of their way in the book to say that they loved her, that she loved her as a sister. And I immediately went,
No.
no.
Loved her as a
who-
sorority sister. I
so-
want to say true seeking.
Phonax, a god who you've not met yet, who got really envious of their love and was like, you will Arasta, you'll understand that Nylea only loves you for your beauty. You're a dryad. And so Phoenix turned her into like a really ugly beast. And Nylea like ran when she saw Arasta. And so Nylea like fucking ran and proved Phoenix right. And so Nylea spends most of her days trying to like find her best friend who's now gone, their sisterly love that she drove away because her beauty was gone. And but yeah, so Nylea often sends her champions looking for her lost sister lover. And so that's why I called her a cat lesbian. That's my story.
I love that this is literally a first look of a book that is not out, and you've already rewritten it.
The slash fiction's already there. I love it.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, though. It's kind of like, why would he even care if she thinks that she's ugly if they do love each other as sisters, though?
Yeah.
Because
Because she's
if you got a
trifling.
sister, you already think she ugly.
That's true.
It's like, yeah, I know she ugly, but I love her.
She is very beautiful to me.
Nobody calls my sister ugly except me.
I'm
You
sorry
better
for
tell
talking
me my
about-
sister's beautiful.
I'm sorry for talking about Nylea, the cat lesbian, for so long.
It's fine. Which I kind of feel like we only have Thassa left.
That's
So
it?
let's move on to
She's
Thassa.
good.
She's
She's
great.
Blue
fucking
card.
Good.
You just said you love sea goddesses.
She's ready to rock
all
the
goddesses.
boat.
You love fish bait. You love fish ladies.
Give
Thank
me,
you, thank
give
you,
me
thank
a
you, thank
lady
you.
with
I'm
some
very
claws on her
I
head.
appreciate
Give me a lady with some crab claws on her head. That's what I love.
Wait, give me a lady
You're
with
ready
what?
to see her.
Crab claws. She's got crab
on her
claws.
head.
Whoa,
Not
She
Slow
does have
down.
crab claws. It's
Slow
awesome.
down,
One sec.
everyone.
Let me show this to players. This is very important. Katie May is super into this.
Show chat the crab claw hair.
I just
It is.
in.
I thought you were saying crab puffs. I was like, why does she have
I
crab
thought
puffs on her
puffs
head? Like, that's
Oh
weird.
man, crab puffs sound good.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, I want some
Okay.
crab
So
stuff.
Cass is so fucking
I'm
powerful.
sorry.
I
Well,
love her.
back
We
on.
love a crab queen.
Yes.
Anyway, Thassa's card is blue.
Uh-huh. And she wields was it a bident?
A bident.
I was like, why? It's like a tuning fork. Why?
Just a fork. Do you really need a third like pokey though to make it
Yeah,
more
because
Because I
effective?
feel like I just do this then, and it goes around. Like, you know what I mean? Like a prong,
Oh.
a trident.
Wouldn't you just turn it the other way to make it more pokey?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
No, she can kill you with it. I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure you're absolutely right. I stand
Yeah.
no chance. I would
Yeah.
be there dying and still ask, but why not a trident? Like it felt,
Yeah,
it felt like,
Why?
is it because
Because-
it's like too Aquaman-y? Like it's too like
that's true.
And-
It actually would be stronger too if it had
Right.
the piece in the middle.
right,
Yeah,
right.
How do you figure?
Yes.
because that
'Cause,
piece
like-
would take the force first that you're holding on to the entire time.
So it's like
Okay.
stronger impact, and then if it's also pronged, you'd have three of
Do you-
them that would dig in instead of two, right?
Yeah.
So
Do you
like
think
pulling
you'd
it
be
out.
just as dead though?
Yeah. Do you think you'd be
I
equal
think I would
amounts
be
of dead
less
whether or not she had a
dead.
bident or a trident?
Well,
I
Solani,
don't
what do
know
you
how
think? If a
strong the
god was
trident
coming
is.
at you,
Yeah,
With the
God's coming at me
bident.
really fast.
Or a
To a
trident.
god.
Yeah.
Which would I be more terrified of?
Which one would be more
Yes.
terrified? A god with a bident or a god with a trident?
A god coming after me.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Plus,
matter.
they're
probably-
like super
I know
big.
what
Two
I would
holes
be
or
afraid of.
3 doesn't matter.
I'd be afraid of trying.
Get out of here.
Hashtag not
Our brands.
sponsored.
Oh,
There you-
Carlos. Oh no.
Oh,
Um,
God.
I think
We
I
go
think what
on
we're also
break and it's
failing
just
to
a Trident
acknowledge-
gum commercial.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. What we're failing to acknowledge is though she does have the bident, we love a by queen. I think another thing to point is there's so many tentacles on this lady
Yes.
that like even if the tridents couldn't get you, one of those many tentacles
she's-
from her frame will.
Yeah.
The gods are like very big, like you're like a Polly Pocket to them. So
That was the pull, Polly Pockets.
I love it.
I'm trying
I
to
love
think
it.
of small toys that are
That makes
small.
sense.
You're
Yeah,
right.
Polly Pocket. That makes sense.
Like, you're just like a
everybody
Littlest
here
pet
knows
shop.
what a Polly.
What would you have said, Katie?
Yeah. Yeah. What would you have said,
what
Katie?
would you have said? What toy
Yeah.
would you have said?
Fucking big bad DM over here.
I'm sorry.
Would you gone with like a Lego guy or a micro machine?
I
or,
apologize.
Like, what other small thing? No, I think everyone.
I
wants to
can't
know.
believe you didn't say Ninjago.
I don't know what any of these toys are.
That's a
No,
lie.
Katie May, that's
You
why I
were
chose
born in
Polly
2003.
Pocket.
You know.
I
Yeah.
know. I apologize. I apologize for the dig about the Polly Pockets. When I think about Polly Pockets, I remember how, because I was a child when they came out,
How many did you
chewy their
eat?
clothes were. So that's the sense
Katie
memory.
May.
I'm sorry. Should I go?
I think you just kicked it up a notch.
I'm sorry.
How
My
many-
AC is broken, and I'm so.
How many
feral. I'm so
energy
sorry.
drinks did you drink?
I had just a whole 1 can of ugly, and that's not a joke. Let's continue.
Okay, so we're out of the major gods. Let's
Yeah.
move on to some minor gods.
Yeah,
Yes.
some minor ones.
Get me to Mogus and Auroran. I'm right.
All
here
right,
for it.
let's just
Yeah.
start with Mogus.
Get me
Yeah.
to Toe Jam and Earl.
All right, who
Out
knows
of
what?
here.
I thought other people were going to be talking while I said that. I honestly did.
Let's
And I
meet
was-
Tia and Tamara.
I was trying to just like slip one in, just so I'm like contributing a little bit. I was
Carlos.
totally wrong on that one.
All right, let's start with Mogus. Who
Hobbs
knows
and
what
Shaw
colors
are
he
pretty
is?
He is black red.
Okay.
Mhm.
He is black red.
He's black
And
red.
we're gonna bring up a good picture of him.
So now we're
He's-
combining colors. Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
heck
This-
yeah!
this is
All
where we
the
get the
minor
puzzle.
deities combine colors.
Mhm.
Okay, so to recap, the 5 major gods are Heliod,
Yes.
the sun god.
Gotcha.
Erebars,
Yes, and he is.
the underworld god.
Okay, Carlos, name one.
Aaliyah, age ain't nothing but a number.
Get out of here.
Get out! I'm so mad you're our boss.
Oh my god.
We have Nylea, the god.
Yeah.
If at first
Solani?
you don't succeed,
Yeah.
try again.
So we
I
got
know the
Nyla-
name of my god. That is the only one who can remember.
You know
What's
what, Solani? Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you
That's-
that. I'm
that's
not
all
gonna
that
bully you
matters.
today. It's your first day, Solani. I'm not gonna bully you.
Okay, Perforos, god of the forge. Heliod,
Yes.
god of the sun. Erebos, god of the underworld. We've got Nylea, the god of the. Is she the hunt?
The
Is that her
hunt.
official thing? And then we've got
Yeah.
Thassa, the god
Thassa.
of the sea.
I keep wanting to call her Nessa, and it's because of for some reason Loch Ness, but that's not right.
Mm.
It's Thassa.
Nessa is a very like oceany type name.
Yeah, kind of.
isn't it?
Yeah.
We can call her Thessie.
Bessie. That's that'll
Aw,
stick.
That's
Nessie.
cute.
Bessie.
Loch Ness
I hope y'all do
monster.
that in character during the game.
Yeah.
We die so fast.
We die so
Smite us.
Never.
Mhm.
Wish, Katie May. You
Mm.
just want to be smited. You want to be smitten.
Die
That's-
Thassa. Anyways,
All right, getting into minor deities.
Yes,
Now that we've
please.
spent 1,000 years. So Mogus. Who knows what Mogus is the god of?
Minotaurs and destruction, right? That's like kind of the
It's on your
vibe,
s- It's on your screen.
right?
Yes.
Let me read. Yeah.
slaughter.
Gotta
Slaughter.
Oh my God, Hermione.
Slaughter.
I got
No, no,
it
no,
wrong.
no.
Yeah, but
Only
yes,
listens to
also
Slipknot. You know.
yeah,
it.
also yeah, 100%. Also like minotaurs, cannibalism. Yeah.
Mhm.
The Akros people have like which we'll talk about, like the poles and everything like that. But like in Akros, they have these whole like cautionary tales about giving into bloodlust during war and things like that. Like you can go in wanting victory from Erois, but then come out with like that bloodlust from Mogus.
Are they in the form of nursery rhymes?
God, I hope so. And you know what? For our game, they are now.
Yes.
It's basically like a Rakdos, but without a band camp.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, 100%.
This would be a Rakdos who is into like powerlifting. I think like that's the
Mhm.
transocean.
Yeah, so he's like a minotaur, but he's got like 4 horns.
Which is good, honestly. I'm so
Good luck.
tired of minotaurs with 2 horns. 4
Yeah, but
or get out.
The other, they're like the like mutton chops, like on the side
Yeah.
of his head. Yeah, I don't know if those count, guys.
What a delight.
What would you call them if they're
Mandibles.
not? No, mandibles.
Mandibles.
I don't know
Yeah.
if they're mandibles. Don't mandibles have to close when you close your mouth?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so they're not horns and they're not mandibles. So we figured
Well,
out 2
but
things.
Jacob sheep
tooth.
have horns that go around.
Yeah.
It's a tooth.
It's a tooth.
Yeah,
It's a
it's coming out of
tooth.
his jaw.
It's got to be
All
tooth.
right.
It's a tooth.
It's 2
Kind
horns.
of looks like it's coming
All,
out.
technically, all horns are teeth, right?
Oh
No,
Horns
some horns are
are
made of
teeth.
like some horns are made of keratin.
Oh, right. So some horns are hair,
Oh.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so you
Guys,
got hair horns, you got tooth horns.
Yeah,
which you
so
got.
like sheep
I swear
horns
this
are
is
like
a D&D
keratin.
this is a D&D show. I
D&D, we're
promise.
talking about
I
D&D,
promise
D&D,
you this is a
D&D,
D&D show.
D&D.
We're answering the questions that the source book didn't. We're helping.
Tusks, big facts. Okay.
Tusks
tusks.
is a good word.
Yeah.
They look
that's
like
a
throat
good
Tusks is
tusks,
the word
though.
we needed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
throat tusks.
That makes sense.
They look like something you need cream for.
And then, so the big
Sick
thing about
burn.
Mogus, though, is he's in a constant, not in a constant, but like him and his brother Ioris are like constantly fighting. Because he's the god
Erois.
Eros. Is that how we're pronouncing it? Eros?
Sure.
No, I just want to get one thing.
No, I'm just like, honestly, I'm just guessing.
Yeah. Eroris is cool.
Auroras?
Yeah.
Okay.
AKA Broden.
Broden. His colors are red white, so that's
Oh my
that's why
gosh.
they're dichotomy. And the dude is the god of victory.
Yeah.
Must win.
The god of swole.
He's also a centaur, but instead of having like a humanoid top, he's got like ram horns. So he's kind of like more like a goat centaur.
So
I don't
no,
like this
he's
one.
got
I don't like this is the only one that we've had so far.
centaur, but like a bull.
Yeah, a bull. That's
So
what
you
it
don't
is,
like
bull.
this one? So this
No, it gives me bad vibes. I don't like them.
No, I think he definitely has bad vibes because there's a bit in here that talks about it. So I'll read it. So Iros values strength and determination in less deadly pursuits as well. He believes sports are a fine proxy for war, as just as in battle, superior skill and strength lead to a victory. What Iros truly loves is a winner.
Yeah,
So
I don't like
it's
this
all
guy.
about the W.
Yeah,
You gotta get the
else
W.
matters.
You gotta get the
It's
W.
just
boys.
the W.
Hey, are we undefeated or not, kids? That's what counts.
Yeah.
It's such a powerful.
Remember,
He's a gym teacher.
Yeah.
Stepdaddy
Yeah.
Ryan loves you, but Stepdaddy Ryan will love you more if you win.
Hey, Chuck E.
Yeah,
Cheese
but
is
that's
for
the thing, is
winners,
like,
kids. You know?
This stepdaddy won't love you if you lose. He won't take you out for ice cream even though you tried real hard. You had to win or you wouldn't get to go get ice
Do
cream.
you want to try or do you want to win, boys?
I don't like him. I'm not a
great.
fan. Not a
Guys,
fan.
It does look like an easily disappointed stepfather, like
Yeah.
glaring down at you.
He looks like one of those guys that are like protesting to like open up his gym or something. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting from him. I don't.
You're
like
not
him.
wrong.
Hallowed be thy reps.
And even though we hate him, I think now would be a good time to talk about these. So each time you look at a god, there's 3 like very cool things that I think are built into this
Yes.
pantheon that I like.
So
So the first is how you can find their favor, inspirations for how favor was won. So there's this table here. So you've got options like you showed great courage in a losing battle. you, despite having been knocked down repeatedly in life, you show grit and determination in all you do. So there are fun ways that you can say how you've already won this god's favor. The nice thing is that there's the option to start the campaign already having a relationship with the gods, which I know that if I was DMing this, I would be a bit more wary of how to introduce it. So there's ways for you to start already connected to the universe. Same with ideals. So they have replacement ideals that are more god aligned. So if you have a new player, you can have a player choose from the existing ideals on their sheet or these new ones as well. And then below that as well, we have piety points, which are ways to earn favor towards your god. And so they exist for every god. There are examples of how you would win piety and how you would lose piety. In the Ravnica book, these are very similar to your guild points. And by similar, I mean exactly the same. So this is how you... I just love saying...
Control C, Control V.
I just love saying the words piety points. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Some of the... I feel like this is more active, though, because like I was looking at this for... you get like an actual ability. Let's say if you get +10 for Auroras, you end up getting, for this, you can cast Crusader's Mantle with this trait. So suddenly, with your charisma, whether or not you're a spellcaster, you can now cast a spell because of your god's favor, which I think is like pretty cool.
Yeah, and the nice thing about like guilds is you would have to bring the thing that you did to the guild's attention. Yeah. But since it's a god, it's whatever you do is brought to attention all the time because it's a god. So you could win favor from Iris by achieving a victory, like getting a W. And then obviously, if you take an L, your god's going to be like, I don't know if I want this man backing up my winner's name. So you'll see those for every god, and we'll point out the more fun ones, but just so everyone knows sort of what's included. And then of course there's also like different mythic stories attached to each god in the book as well. So just a little bit of lore tidbits, but they're very compartmentalized and easy to like pick up and remove, and then it's not pervasive throughout the book. They have specific examples for each god, so it's not as overwhelming, which is nice.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's really interesting. There's a lot of stuff for like actually incorporating these gods into your life. I would also find it very difficult for me to start with none of my players having any type of relationship with a god. Just because it's very hard. It's kind of like having a group of warlocks where everybody's like, I don't know what kind of warlock I want to be with yet. And
you got to develop all of that.
Yeah, you have to develop all of that. And I'm not saying that like the gods of Theros are necessarily warlock patrons, though they could be. But God, if I had to play like 4 patrons with everybody trying to develop their own story,
we all decided to be warlocks. Did we not tell you?
Did we not tell you that?
I decided to go with a different cast.
Well,
bring in the cast of friends.
See you guys.
See you later.
Just give me one kick for the road, and then I'll
Carlos,
be out.
Please.
Maybe we'll run into you someplace else. I don't know.
Carlos, please leave the production on. All right, let's move on to a different minor god. Which one are we going to go for?
So we covered both of the red ones, right?
Yeah.
So we had red and black. What was the other one?
Red and white. Auroras is red and white. Yeah.
Okay.
What color we want to move on to?
Let's go to... we spent a lot of time on the gods. Let's skip to like the subclasses and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
that was all in chapter 1.
Fair. Yeah.
All right. Let's take a look. Actually,
so
you know what?
What's new in this book that you can't get in other books?
Heckin' supernatural gifts.
I want the spoilers. I want the spoiled meat right now.
You are correct.
Yeah.
People came for spoilers, and spoilers they shall have. Let's start with supernatural gifts, which are brand new to this.
Yes.
They are essentially a way to customize your character just a little bit more by introducing a feat in early character creation that is essentially natural to the way that they are. And we've got a nice little tidy list. Anvil Rot, Iconoclast, Inscrutable, Lifelong Companions, Nixmorn, Oracle, Pious, Unscarred. I skipped over a Heroic Destiny on accident, but those are 1, 2, 3.
So these
4,
are
5,
supernatural gifts.
9. Yeah, 9 of them.
So
Basically,
yeah.
what sets you or like makes you somewhat special compared to like in already a world of like special people?
It's your Hercules strength. It's your Achilles invulnerability.
In this like world setting, the concept of fate and destiny are very separate. Fate and destiny are totally different concepts in this book. But to play into those concepts of fate and destiny, there's not really a space to do that in a lot of character classes and race choices and what's available already. So this is sort of how they make those concepts, fate and destiny, really important right from the get-go at character creation.
Awesome. What's the coolest one? TK, I want to hear what your coolest one is, and then Katie, I want to hear what your Solani too. If you, everyone,
like
what's everyone's
yes.
I like Unscarred.
Give me your Shark Tank pitch to
favorite.
Carlos on the coolest one.
You already
for sure.
chose one. Okay,
Unscarred. Unscarred's my favorite. It is basically Achilles like resilience, except you can apply it to one moment. Like one attack, you can make like I'll just read it. When you take damage, you can use your reaction to roll a d12, add your Constitution modifier to the number rolled, and reduce the damage by that total. And then you have to use a short. You can use it again right after a short rest. Oh. So it's like pretty nice. Like if you need to jump back and forth, like you need to take a big hit, you can minimize it just enough if you need to.
Yeah.
Will you read number 2 from the Unscarred Origins? Because it's actually one of my favorites in the whole book.
I was gonna say I love this. Number 2, I swallowed a magic stone that fell from Nyx, which made my skin hard as rock.
Oh yeah.
It's incredible.
That's what you do.
I swallowed a freaking
it was on a dare.
Swallowed a moon.
It was a drinking dare. Yeah. Drinking game.
God.
Oh, that's funny.
Uh-huh.
Silani, what's your favorite?
Oh, Oracle.
Carlos, I need you to hit me. Continue again for me.
Oracle's a good one.
Oracle's good.
Primarily
good.
from a role playing standpoint, just because it's like your god is bugging you constantly. But also like part of the reason I like it also is because like growing up liking Greek myths and stuff like that, I always kind of imagined the characters that I would want to be would always be like oracles.
And that's really cool because the Oracle,
see the future.
It scales with piety. I didn't know that. That's incredible. As opposed to like Unscarred, that's it. But like this one is very interesting.
Yes.
What I like about the Iconoclast is that you don't have any piety points.
We were talking about this. Like I really like. I don't know. I didn't make a character that was an Iconoclast, and I regret it a little bit because I wish I had the idea. I know.
You got time.
We got time. I don't know. I like my other character a lot better. The idea that said rue the gods, like in a world where they all exist, and like it's so good. Like the reasoning of like why that feels.
It's like what's a king do a god? What's a god do a non-believer? It's like that quote in a character.
It's so fun. It's an edgelord, dude. I'm like listening to emo music only while playing this character, and like and a little bit of Fort Minor because that also falls in that gap.
Fort Minor.
Oh, gosh, I cannot.
You threw me way back.
I got you. I got those odd hits covered. Let's listen to them every time we touch on our way out.
What are you saying, Katie?
My favorite, Carlos, to enter this competition is Lifelong Companion.
And I also like that.
I love Lifelong Companion so much. And it says, behind many heroes is another hero whose greatness comes from the support and the love they offer. And so it's very much like that, like, I will bathe the streets in blood for you, sort of like, my devotion is my power, sort of.
Yeah, it's very Gilgamesh and Enki. It's very much Achilles and whatever his cousin's name was that I can't remember. It's Alexander and his cousin, best friend. Dang.
But I really like the Companion's Protection. When a creature that you can see within 5 feet of you is hit, you can use your reaction to cause the attack to hit you instead. So it's very like
It's like, get down, Mr.
pure.
President.
It's
really similar
for-
to a protection paladin.
Right?
It's like Hubert and Edelgard from Three Houses for DDN is very Olivia Becca. And it's one of my favorite tropes for sure.
I have no
Yeah.
idea what those words were.
Hey, tell everybody about our 2 dads that are on this picture.
Oh, our 2 dads are here. They're the 2
Yeah, our
kings.
2 dads.
Yeah.
Our 2 dads. Look at the hand
So-
and the hair.
Yes. I'm gonna blow this up and destroy the overlay, but I
Yeah,
just
that's
want
okay.
to. Well,
Power.
it's not gonna load.
Unlimited
That's fine.
power.
That's fine. Oh
There it
wait.
goes.
Oh,
Perfect.
our
It-
2 dads.
Load it perfectly. Look at that.
Oh man, that's beautiful. What 2 handsome men. What I like
They
about
founded the
this.
city.
Yeah. Well, they protected the city. And the thing is that in the original Magic the Gathering lore, they included how they were lovers, but they finished protecting the city and stuff, but their legacy was lost to time so that everybody believed that they were actually rivals and enemies. But in the book, Mythic Odysseys of Theros, they just cut that part out. They were like, no, they were lovers. They're your dads. They cut out the whole, like, everybody forgetting that they were lovers, which I like.
Mhm.
It's a delight. I love it.
The
I
gentle,
also, marked me down as loving it as well. Those are
Yeah.
some good dads.
the
our 2
gentle
dads.
caress of someone's back curls, you know.
So
Yes.
good.
That just sounds like you have a really hairy back.
Hey.
Where I just leave my hands
Please,
through your back.
I just want somebody to gently comb my kitchen back here because I haven't had it shaped up in a while. Okay, just let me have it. Let me have it.
Those are
Wait, can I-
supernatural gifts.
Can I ask a question? Is
Yes.
the other gentleman's, is that his hair or is that the helmet? Just want to know.
I don't know.
Okay.
I
Just
jumped
wondering.
out of there. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm
So
we'll never
then,
know
so
now.
then would playable
it's the
races be
helmet.
next?
It's the helmet. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to races.
You want to talk a bit about those?
Ooh,
Special
yeah, let's
unlock
talk
on the
about
playable
some
races.
Brand
There
new
are
races.
there are 3.
2. There are 2 brand new races.
Yeah,
But
and then just
there
sort
are
of
a
like an
bunch of,
additional
like-
lore hit
There's
on
some
Minotaurs.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
a remix.
Yeah.
Remix.
There's
A
a
Minotaur.
remix for Minotaurs, Centaurs, and Tritons.
And Tritons, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they all got remixes, and I
Mhm.
think that you
Yeah.
can, if you're interested, you can get the book.
Yeah.
If you are interested, you can get the book.
You get the book.
Yeah.
We'll talk
Yeah,
about
we're
the
not
new
here for
boys.
these
And just for folks to know,
Janky
when is the book going to be out online? It's June
Second.
June
second
2nd.
next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
So you're
'Cause I
seeing it
can't count.
first on Roll20.
Look how lucky we
Yeah.
are.
Do we want to
Yeah.
talk about our satyr or our Leonin?
Leonin or Leonin. whatever.
Leonin.
Ooh.
3 different ways of
Good.
saying it.
Leonin.
Show me the
Leonin?
Lion King.
I think they're Leonin. I think, yeah.
All right,
I'd say Leonin.
Simba's here.
Yeah.
He's here and he's ready to wreck you.
Oh,
Yeah.
That why are you like
they
this?
just said,
I didn't
oh.
y'all are mean. Okay, so Leonin are natural races to Theros. There
I
are
see.
Leonin there are Leonin in other planes, but there are natural ones here. And
Cool,
they
cool, cool.
served previously under the Archons, which were like the tyrants. Now, I say they served, but it's very like they served in the same way that like
Go
you
on.
did.
Go on. But also be
It's
careful.
not
but go
entirely
on.
voluntary, is what I'm gonna say.
I see.
I'm just
I
gonna
see.
say it's not
Very good.
entirely voluntary.
There we go.
Like, and from what I saw, not a lot of the lore can agree with whether or not it was voluntary. So it's like very like awkward. Like,
Mhm.
hey,
I thought I saw
well,
like
Like,
and now-
guys, is it cool if we leave? I don't know. I really
Yeah.
don't.
You
I
have
guess
to
we
go?
keep going. It's not that
Yeah.
bad, but I feel like they expect us to be here. It's like that.
Yeah, it's very weird because they were kind of treated like crap, but then they also treated other people like crap. It's very like there are definitely like some real world analogs that we could make, but I don't honestly. I don't have a degree and I don't have time, so
okay, all right.
But basically, after the Archons were overthrown, Leonin were like, ooh. We're not really with that guy though. Could we just like we're gonna go. And so they're just hanging out in like cliffs and stuff. Yeah, they're just like
someone spent months writing this.
And this is what we got out of it.
And you're just like, let me sum it up. We're gonna go and hang out on this cliff. Next page.
Bye-bye.
If they want to throw on some lipstick,
yeah,
then they can totally do. They can run this stream.
Yeah.
It is a truly artful book. It is also 256 pages, and
so long.
I'm not going to
It's
read
a
it
lot.
to you all night. I'm not going to sit here and
That's
read it
true.
to you
Good.
page by page.
Yeah.
So Leonin are very like they took all like the classic lion traits. So they're prideful. They go in big groups. They're very like.
They even
that
have a
sort of-
menacing roar. Like that is a character trait. Like you can actually like frighten people by just roaring. Very Simba thinking he has Mufasa's voice, if that is a referential point.
You get claws.
Also claws.
I know everyone was wondering, do you get yes, the answer is
claws.
yes, you get
You
claws.
get wares if they have coin. I'm sorry.
And the best thing about being a Leonin is that you can look and imagine something that either is as close to or as far away from cats as you want. Like that is the beauty of owning this character.
Yeah, that's true.
For sure, a
it's
hottie.
Good.
Cool. Let's see the other one. What's the other guy?
It's good.
Okay, the other one is I need a
Centaurs,
drum
satyrs.
roll.
Centaurs,
No, Centaurs we already had, so satyrs it is.
Oh yeah, we're
Let
skipping over
me-
centaurs because they existed.
But
I
Yeah.
guess what you need to know is they're like in this realm, the centaurs are like kind of like uppity merchant types for the most part.
There's
like
two
nomads.
tribes. There's
two tribes.
Yeah,
Don't
there's
like
one that are
reboot.
there's a
Masood,
group that
tell
are,
us.
Yeah, I'd love to. There's a group that are like actual traders that sort of nomadically like travel these certain planes.
Mhm.
And then there's another group that are raiders of a different part that like raid their own specific area of like merchants and bandits and other people who exist there. So like they've got a big like Dothraki vibe for like the raiders kind of, except they are their own horses. And then they
I'm
are
so mad you just said that out loud.
I'm here for it, Masood.
Thank you.
Don't
Thank
listen
you.
to them.
Thank you.
They are
and-
their own horse. It's
They are-
empowering.
I just
That's
wasn't
really-
accepting. I just wasn't expecting it because you were doing like such a thoughtful explanation, and then you just said they are their own host and snapped me in half.
It's
Oh,
so-
I'm losing it.
Where am I wrong? That's all I'm saying.
Prove it.
And then the other side, they're just I like to think of them more as like truly like caravan travelers. Like they've got their goods and they're moving from place to place to make their sales. And those are the Leonin are the ones that are the merchants, I believe. Not Leonin.
Lagona.
Lagona, thank you.
You're
And then
welcome.
I don't remember the other one off the top of my head. I'll pull it up. I'll find out.
Yeah, I have it somewhere.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, screw those guys. We're going to talk about satyrs.
So you talking about the rowdy boys? Let's talk about the freaking rowdy boys.
Katie May, tell us about the rowdy boys.
Why would I tell you about the rowdy boys? But I'll tell you about the rowdy boys. Okay, satyrs. They are basically
It's
the
just gonna be
lore.
some guy flipping through the book. Like, just check the index. Just check the index. There's no rowdy boys back here. I don't know what they lied to us. I thought there'd be more rowdy boys. And
I thought there would be no. Okay,
Check
but
Whatever.
all
It
rowdy
says
boys
satyr
because
right there on the screen. I don't want to hear it.
The lore is that I think it was Nylea. I think it's her. She loved this grove so much that she poured her flask of wine into it, so it would always be like replenished or something. But then a bunch of goats came and drank from the wine, and then they
Hell
became
yeah.
the satyrs, and now they're the rowdy boys.
Now they're rowdy boys.
I like them.
I
No.
love them so much. So they're known for being like good and gregarious and pretty extra and hard to deal with. they're sort of they sort of are isolated from the greater rest of the world for a good portion. They are still fae. Centaurs aren't still fae, I don't believe, but actually satyrs are, chat. I know someone was asking. They are fae, which is interesting because they're not humanoid. Your creature type is fae and not humanoid.
Oh.
So I know, right? So
I don't think centaurs are fae in this.
no, I don't think so. And so these rowdy boys, obviously bottom half goat, top half human, horns, ears, the whole thing. There is sort of this, is it Scova Valley? Skola Vale.
Skola Vale.
And so they sort of congregate in this one vale. They are known for having these things called revels. And those are just big old freaking parties. And sometimes like humans will try to come join them, and bad things happen. Is basically what I'll say about that. Depending on the rumors, it's either like harmless hazing that is done to them, but there's also like rumors of blood rituals and sacrifices, and so who knows what's true.
Cool.
It's like the prequel to Midsummer. Like it's like
I'm just gonna make a quick
big
note.
Midsummer energy.
Gotcha.
And I love them so much. They let's see, they have like an eccentricities list, which is very extra. I know there's one of them that I think, so some of these you'll like. Number 5, Carlos. So number 4, just to kind of set it up, number 4 on eccentricities is sometimes talking to a plant really helps. But then number 5 is, if stumped, I smoke a pipe. And if I'm going to smoke a pipe, it's going to be a splendid pipe.
Hell yeah.
Yes, freaking rowdy boy.
Let's get that rowdy boy going.
God, why do I hang out with y'all?
You get magic resistance, you get proficiency in performance and persuasion, you speak common and sylvan, and you can jump real high.
You can ram things with your horns too, which is amazing.
I think you have a movement speed of like 35 feet too.
I forgot to mention, that's the cool thing about centaurs is you can charge, which is then trample somebody with your own hooves. And so it's like good. Imagine having a centaur with a satyr on their back. What shenanigans you could encounter.
Imagine that.
You'll imagine the role play options you could encounter.
Oh, imagine a future in which
man. I just need some caltrips, and that's gonna be over real fast. Everything has caltrips now.
Wait until we get to the background.
Everything has tripwires. Everything has tripwires now.
No.
Shitty chutes and ladders, caltrops and ladders. Here we go.
One of the is that? Do we have anything else to add for classes?
So we got
races?
Races. What else?
There's one new background I know for a fact.
There's a new background. Let's jump. We've got one new background and 2 new subclasses. Let me just
so let's hit those, and then I think we can talk a bit about the cities. But I think that's really more like when you sit down with the book and world build is when you'll really get to know that. And then let's take a look at that bestiary, because there's some cool shit in there.
Ooh.
Do we say bestiary or bestiary?
I don't say bestiary.
I don't either. I know bestiary is technically correct.
I've been corrected that it's bestiary. I've been corrected that it's.
I've always said bestiary.
I always said it's a beast. All the beasts are in there. It's a bestiary.
But it's not spelled that way.
But it's actually spelled bestiary.
Okay, get out. Don't tell me you pronounce it February then. Come on. All right.
I actually do. I'm sorry, Masood.
I do say mayonnaise.
You say recognize. You say the cog.
Recognize. Yeah, I do say the cog. I do say the cog.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we say background?
What?
First?
Let's do background. Background, because there's only one.
First.
It's gonna be pretty fast.
Not if I can't drag this into the box.
That looks good. That's good. Right there.
Doing great. All right, let me make it a little bit bigger. Please. My mouse is
Centaurs are fae or not? Someone asked in the chat.
They are fae. They are fae.
They are fae? Oh,
They are
okay.
fae.
That's nice.
What does that mean? I've been wanting to know. Like, what is that?
Yeah,
mean?
I've been pretending because I assumed everyone knew. And I didn't want
So
to seem stupid,
usually
but-
when something has a okay, so usually when you're looking at like spells and stuff, they'll be like select a humanoid or something like that. People who are fae or whatever else are exempt from that spell. So usually fae
Interesting.
are like they have a lot of like elves have a lot of fae properties. They typically don't sleep. They speak
Right.
Sylvan. They can't be put to sleep. They can't be charmed. And just some other things. It's just like a racial trait thing.
Cool. I had no idea.
Just like it's like the same way that you would say like goblinoid or
Yeah.
draconic.
I see.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
typically it's you can't put them to sleep, you can't charm them.
Mhm.
Like I am the one who charms. Did I share this with y'all? Can y'all see athlete?
Yeah.
You can.
Yes.
That is the new background.
Background
very
map.
cool.
You are correct, chat.
It's
Yeah.
It's basically like if you were an Olympic athlete. Like that is what
Yeah.
they try to mirror.
Yeah.
Or what do they call the Olympics in this? Does anyone remember?
The Iroran game.
Yes.
It's all
Ken
about
Masood.
victory. Yeah.
Masood.
Only wins.
1 point Ravenclaw.
You're so excited.
All the losers get sacrificed.
If you know who my god is, if you're wondering which god I ended up choosing for my character, you might have figured it out.
Mogus, yeah, we all.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yes.
definitely playing another Minotaur for sure.
Wait, are you playing a? Oh yeah. Oh, go okay.
He
yeah.
only plays Minotaurs.
Only Minotaur.
All
Sorry,
Minotaurs
I
only.
just remembered what your
Schmor-
character concept was and wanted to
Schmorbor.
take a nap. Yes, you fucking jock.
Yep.
He's playing a barbarian with the background of athlete. He just like eats a huge thing of protein powder.
Come on, yeah. I'm ready.
Is protein powder canonical in Theros? Someone
Yeah.
with authority, get back to me.
I say yes.
BK's that
I say
authority
it
figure
sure
I
is.
was looking
Yeah.
for.
Yeah. Ambrosia, nectar, creatine.
Absolutely. All the same.
All
Um,
right. So you can do all kinds of things with the athlete background, specifically the feature Echoes of Victory, which is it's a delight. It's very reminiscent of like the folk hero, where people who know of your exploits recognize you and are like, hey, I'll give you information or I'll give you things and things like that. It's very similar to like folk hero,
It's,
where you could just walk into a room and there's usually a chance, like 50% chance that somebody's going to know you.
if Michael Phelps walked in with his goggles on his forehead, you would recognize him, right? The goggles have to be there. That's the only if they're there, I know him. If
Oh
not,
yeah, no, I guess not. I don't know. I'm trying to think of. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Maybe Gabrielle Union.
maybe Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, Michael Phelps or Gabrielle Union. Hand in hand.
Likely
hand.
to recognize
Hand
her.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a delight. You can do different bonds, ideals, obviously, like most of them, but
I love-
you also get to choose.
Starting
You love-
equipment. Your sport and your starting equipment, which
Yeah,
I really like you can choose like your sport background. The starting equipment's fun because you can choose to have a discus. So you
yeah.
can just
You're just
have,
hauling a heavy ass discus.
just like
everywhere
having
you
a
go.
everywhere you-
Carrying your
Yeah.
disc.
Hey guys, let's just disc right now. I don't know. We got some downtime.
I've been really into frolfing
It's like-
lately.
Yeah, you just like look, I brought my ultimate frisbee. If you guys just want to like spend a short rest, kind of.
It's when the jock has finished high school but didn't make the college team. It's like I'm just in the ultimate now, dude. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
I got a good 2 hours
Yeah.
before my job at the gas station starts. So if you want to throw the disc around, no,
No.
Kenny, I gotta get. I got school.
I also love the idea that you bring around like a past trophy. So you're like
Yeah.
a 40-year-old man carrying around like
One
a
state.
a second
weird.
grade
Oh, wow.
bowling.
God.
I love that. Or
You
a
know,
lucky charm.
It says like I'm reading the athlete thing, and it
Mhm.
says under tool proficiencies, vehicles.
Vehicles
Yeah.
land. So
Mhm.
like carts,
Like a chariot. Yeah.
chariots.
For chariot races and stuff.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Speaking
Because
of
that
chariots.
I think that's
should
Yeah.
one of
get to
the
that.
one of the
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't that
yeah,
one of the
maybe we'll look at
games?
Carts,
chariots later.
carriages, skateboards.
Skate, of
Uh,
course.
Theros
Yeah.
skateboards are
Heelys.
super important.
I'm gonna gleam the fucking cube in this game, guys.
I'm so excited to look at chariots. You have no idea.
Did you want to get a subclasses next?
Yeah, let's do classes before this all falls apart.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
we want to
before
go? Yeah, let's go with Oath of Glory Paladin.
The chat's like,
Hell
y'all are
yeah.
making this book sound so bro, and I love it. It kind of is. I dig it.
Listen.
It is a
lore
little bit.
text can be very like
Yeah.
dense.
Yeah.
We're here to give you the most like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to say
Overview.
I really appreciate like the striations that they painted in on this athlete's thigh muscles
Oh,
for the
necessary.
Oath of Glory
nice,
Paladin.
Nice.
It's a delight.
A delight.
Mhm.
Sometimes I will say from a historical costuming point of view that they would sometimes line the inside of these metal cuirasses with a wickable fabric similar to linen or rayon, because it heats up very quickly in the sun and you don't want to
Oh.
get any armor hickeys. It's always funny
Ooh.
to me when you don't see it in art, but it's still
Also, a lot of people
delight.
don't know this, but on the belt they would have Lunchables.
They would.
Sort of
What
fucking
types of
God.
Lunchables,
They can
Carlos?
snack like obviously turkey and cheddar with cracker.
Yeah.
Obviously turkey cheddar. But
Why did you
sometimes-
choose the
Obviously.
worst Lunchable?
What? That was
What?
my favorite.
Those were the best ones. Would you? Were you like a pizza
Pizza
kid?
lunchable
I
or
don't
get
have
out
money.
of
I
Pizza
don't have money to be a
kid.
pizza
Oh,
kid.
no.
That's just bread
Like,
and
you
sauce.
don't-
My mom can give me that. The other stuff, I mean,
Oh, you
Come
can't
on.
get sliced turkey.
no, I
and
can't. Like,
cheese.
what am I? And it's
Not that circular.
Thank you.
You know how much it
got you,
costs
I got
to
you.
get circular turkey? You know
Like
how
that
much it fucking
tiny?
costs,
That's
okay?
custom cut, baby.
Yeah. You can find a turkey that looks like a tube that looks like a ferret.
Hi, we're into Reese's Kid, and this is our hot take on Lunchables.
Lunchables sponsor us,
Sponsored.
Sponsor
you
us.
cowards.
Bang Energy's already on board. Join the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not Bang Boys anymore.
Oh,
We're
right,
not Bang
right.
Boys no more.
Sorry.
We're not Bang Boys anymore.
We are
Oh, yeah.
currently an open market for energy drink sponsorship. And that's important to remember.
That's always
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
So basically Oath of Glory is sort of like an Oath of the Crown, but more glory based.
But
I
more
would
bro,
say.
honestly.
More
You're kind of more
bro-based.
free agent. You're very like
Yeah.
Hercules from the Disney movie
Yeah.
Hercules, or
Yeah.
Hercules from the Disney Channel animated series Hercules, or Hercules from
A
the
lot
live
of
action.
Hercules shout outs. You know the full IP, don't you? Hercules from the Sega Genesis game, Hercules.
Hercules from
Hercules from the McDonald's toys that you would get. Yeah. same
Hercules from the Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
There was an
hit
animated
blockbuster.
Hercules.
There was also a
Shit,
Game Boy
funny.
Color version of Hercules, so you're not far off.
Yeah.
Hercules seen in Kingdom Hearts.
Mm.
Hercules
Which
in Kingdom
version?
Hearts. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
Let's just be honest. This character, this subclass is obviously modeled off of Shazam.
Nah.
So
Honestly, though,
Obviously,
Fuck you,
everyone
Carlos,
here
I'm
knew
right.
that.
You know, I laughed at that because I totally didn't think of Shazam. I thought of Kazam. So that's why I giggled at that joke. I was like, Kazam, awesome. I was like, oh,
that's a
wait, no.
great movie, man.
Is it?
Yeah,
Ah.
it's great.
I want there to be junk food. Ooh.
Hey,
I watched
that-
that the other day. It was terrible.
Wait, is it on Disney Plus? How did you find it?
Oh yeah, it might be on Disney Plus.
Right? That feels like a
We're
Disney
not
Plus
sponsored
film.
by Disney Plus. Stop.
Yes.
Anyway,
Disney Plus,
I
do
don't
you
know
want to sponsor us? That'd be
who.
cool,
God, I wish. I don't know who looked at the Oath of Glory UA. You will notice, if you did, that there is something very hilarious that is no longer there anymore. They have removed Expeditious Retreat from
Mhm.
the Oath of Glory. And they have exchanged it for I believe freedom of movement, which was like the sort of idea that they wanted to go with. Expeditious Retreat was specifically so that you could run towards danger. It essentially kind of hasted you, but everybody kind of clowned on it because it's weird having an Oath of Glory paladin with expeditious retreat. So that's not a thing really anymore. You still got Guiding Bolt, heroism. Obviously, they put in a heroism, which is awesome.
Very cool.
So that you can help your friends out.
You also get like it's all about you and your buddies. It's about like you like enhanceability comes in at level 5, which I think is really nice.
Yeah, a Oath of Glory paladin with a supernatural gift, lifelong companions would be.
Oh, that's sauce. That's good.
If you're into min-maxing, that's it right there.
It's very Gilgamesh. Like it's
yes. Oh, that's so powerful. What's the other subclass?
The other one is a bard subclass.
The College of Lore? Is that it?
Eloquence.
Eloquence.
Yeah, eloquence. So this is your orator. This is your Plato, your Socrates.
Your philosophy major who's unemployed now.
Katie May, I'll call out my own damn self.
Sorry, I didn't know that about you. I hope that's not true. It's fine. I know plenty of rich philosophy majors. Yes. No, I'm not going to call them out right now.
Almost got you. Almost got you. Yeah. So this is basically your person you need whenever you need to go in there and make a big O speech. They start out level 3 with like freaking silver tongue, which basically is you get deception or persuasion checks, and you get to treat like a D20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. So it's like giving you expertise essentially.
Very cool. You can't. Can you critically fail, or is it like you resistant, like on a persuasion or deception check?
So no, I don't think that you can critically fail.
That's awesome then. So like you.
Not everybody who does ability checks allows for critical failures or critical successes. I do. But no, I would just treat that as a 10.
Sure.
In that case. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Then you have like unsettling words, unfailing inspiration, universal speech, which means that you can pretty much talk to anybody. It's I don't know how I feel with universal speech being at I believe 6th level, because it kind of feels, I don't know, that it feels like they could have done something a little bit more powerful at that point, because you already have
so you get 2 things
like
at 6th level?
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's okay.
I wonder if that was supposed to be 9th or 12th level. I don't know. I guess you get 2 things at 6th level. That's very strange, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about like the idea of like being able to speak to people who like can magically understand you when you have like I believe it's comprehend languages and things like that at much lower levels, but it's fine, I guess. Carlos, will you hit continue for me, please?
Yeah.
I can't move. I can't click stuff on the mouse.
What's our Twitch channel that we're going to start? I saw someone ask if we have our own, but we're going to start streaming as Indoor Recess.
Yes, Indoor Recess Crew is a good place to go find us.
So,
we've started doing our planning for that. So you'll see us playing maybe some tabletop games, maybe also some video games and some regular shenanigans. We're here now and we're not leaving. So
it's true. I think we've gone through a lot of good mechanic stuff. Is everybody okay with maybe taking a quick break and then come back to talk about monsters?
Let's take a 10.
Yeah.
Let's take a. Are we taking 5? Or are we taking 10? What are we taking?
Let's take a 5. Let's take a 5 and then come right back.
All right. Sounds good. Cool. All right.
Awesome. Cool.
Let's head to break. See you guys
in a second.
See you guys soon.
Yeah.
Can they hear us now?
I think they can hear us now. I think they can see us
now. Terrific. I'm watching the move right now. The transition's happening on my screen.
Okay.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Making
It's
money
beautiful.
moves.
Oh,
Yeah.
gorgeous! Look at that
I can-
artwork.
I'll put sound effects in it so you guys can hear it next time.
Yeah.
That way it'll all line up. I wanted to do this thing because it pops out. I want to time it right where it's like a countdown and we can go and like all at the same time.
And we're back.
And we're back.
All right.
We'll do it,
So,
we'll do it.
which one are we doing first? We doing monsters? We doing cities? We doing artifacts?
I think
What
we
are
should just
doing?
talk about cities real quick.
Yeah.
All
I think
right,
cities
let's
should
talk
just
about
be
these
like-
cities real quick.
You gotta know there's 3 of them.
There's
Three
major
cities.
ones.
The entire universe. 3 cities.
3 cities.
It is a
Well,
flat
the-
Earth. So
It's a flat Earth, and it's no more than 200 miles like across. Yeah, that's what it says in the book. I remember that fact distinctly because I went, what?
What?
200 miles?
Yeah.
200
200
miles.
miles in any
Hold on.
direction.
I'm going to look to see how long it takes you to walk 200 miles.
I would. Yes.
Definitely less than 4.5 minutes.
So I don't have the cities pulled up. Someone talk about
200
the
miles
cities.
sounds like maybe the size of Arizona.
I'll talk about the one city I do know, and it's Setessa. Do you want to talk about Setessa first?
Yeah. Let's talk about
Oh.
Setessa.
What is so great
Oh,
about
I love
Setessa?
Setessa so much.
Is
Why
it
do you
like-
think Katie May likes
Is it like
Setessa?
Athens? Is it like Sparta? Like what is it akin to?
Themyscira.
The
No, I'm
island
serious.
of
Oh, hell
DC's
yeah.
Themyscira, Wonder Woman, Amazon nonsense.
sure.
Some sapphirs,
Yeah.
some no, this is women only. So it is in the wilderness. This and it is run by Karametra. Is that her name? What's her name?
Yeah, sure.
The goddess. She's the
Yeah.
goddess of the harvest and fertility. And only women kind of stay in the city. So it's just like completely blended in with the woods. And so the fun thing about this is that children in this city are sacred because she's the Karametra. I hope that's her name. Someone please tell me if I'm
It is
mistaken about the goddess.
Karametra.
Thank you. So since she's the goddess of like fertility and harvest and sort of like motherhood, she treats all children as if they are her own children. And so the city also has that same regard for children. Children are treated with a very, very high regard. They're allowed to go wherever they want. They like have, and the town itself is like a giant Montessori school for kids. It's just like, learn, do what you want. So that hopefully it like encourages exploration to find your true purpose. But when guys get old enough, they just kind of kick them out and send them on a journey. Like they're just like, and you're ready for your sacred journey. Goodbye.
Don't come back.
Like
Just send 'em
women can
away.
achieve our honor only through warfare. Men can achieve honor only through like going out and making their way in the world.
Which
By
was
getting
getting
out.
out.
It's a very like Pokemon situation where it's just like, okay, take this fucking rat and get out.
Go.
Don't
so
fucking come back.
it's a
Send
good-
me money.
It's a good town. It's a good vibe. I just like the thought of just like feral children. Like it's like the Jimmy Neutron movie where all the parents leave for a day and they all get abducted by aliens. It's very much that same energy to me.
What is the council a rotating group of like 17-year-old like kids who are like, hey, guess what? Jimmy's turning 18 next week, so we got to send him out.
It's
Like,
actually really interesting because this is actually, I think, the only place, the only one of the cities, correct me if I'm wrong, where the goddess is actually like the mayor. She's in charge.
Fascinating.
Yeah, Karametra's like in charge. She has a lot of things to do. So her second is usually the person who does most of like the day-to-day work, but she has a really like intimate relationship with the town itself.
Okay.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Guys, I
And
just need to I need to say something really quick because I looked up the 200 miles and
Yes.
whether or not it's possible. While it is like technically probable, that's like not probable, possible for someone to do it technically. No one has actually done 200 miles, but there is a guy who holds the record for doing 100 miles in 11 hours and 46 minutes. He holds the world record for it. His name is Yinis Koros or whatever. And I mention this because he is Greek and he's known as the running god.
That's cool.
That is
NPC
fake.
TK, come on.
I think
Put him out there.
that the running god is a genuine dance, like a festival dance.
Like the running man. What are you
Look
doing
at that
over
sacred
there?
prayer Carlos just did.
I'm doing the running god.
Yeah, piety increased by
Doesn't
3.
clip that. I'm going to be very
Oh
upset.
crap! I forgot about clips.
It's too late.
You mean things that can be gift, Carlos? You fool.
Sorry. Oh no.
Suffer. All right.
Okay.
So,
That's the first three, and then the other two are less cool, I guess, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
So-
I guess we can also talk about them.
yeah,
Talk about
let's
Dad
move
Town.
on to Akros, which is the sort of Sparta analog.
Right.
It's very much it's warriors. They are
This is-
hardcore into Erois. They're hardcore into the Eroan
Uh-huh.
games. There's a lot going on. They also have like weird wandering militias that just like roam the countryside looking for wrongs to right
Mhm.
or something. It's very
They've
vague
got their
about
beat, okay? They walk their beat.
yeah, it's
Cops, it's
very
fine.
vague about what these like militia are doing.
Narcs.
They're just kind of like walking around. They're probably doing the same thing that militia. Never mind.
Yeah.
Quick, before we get locked out of the Golden Castle, we must move on.
Enough about Greek Al-Qaeda.
Uh-huh.
All right, and then there's I don't know if it's pronounced Meletus or Meletus.
Oh, I was thinking it was
I'm-
Meletis.
I was thinking
gonna
Miletus.
I
Oh,
want to
no.
say it's Miladies.
No, definitely not.
Miletus. Fine afternoon we have here, Miletus.
Someone tell us how to pronounce it, or we're gonna do it the wrong way forever.
Forever.
Forever. That is the
Miladies.
Athens like analog.
Yeah. Isn't there?
So it's very Dan says Miletus.
Miletus.
Sounds boring.
Miletus.
There you go.
Gonna
Yay,
keep
you
doing
nailed
that
it.
every time I say
Miletus.
it. Oh, he
Miletus.
thinks, ha ha.
Oh no,
That'll
Okay.
teach you, Dan. How
Miletus.
dare you show weakness to me? You've exposed your soft tummy. All right. So
This
this
is
is
the
like
city of
this is all
dads.
about philosophers. They like to talk about college stuff.
College
They're
stuff.
like Renaissance vibes.
I don't know. Yeah, it's
Dave
very
Matthews
like
band,
books.
drum circles.
Yeah.
I
How
know-
Met Your Mother reruns and how good they are.
yeah. They've
first
got
2
the
seasons of
reverent
Family Guy,
army.
you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
They talk about how Rick and Morty is actually very intellectual if
Yes.
you're smart enough to get the jokes.
So yeah, it's run by a council of philosophers called the 12.
Uh-huh.
So yes, like a bunch of philosophy majors run the city. It's fine. So this ties
I
into
bet they
the
have
god,
jobs.
the goddess Aphara, who is the goddess of cities and
She
polis.
and the murderer of cacophony. Bring that back
Murderer
around.
of Cacophony, loop that back in. So this is one of her favorite places. Just to sort of remember that the
Mhm.
gods are also like fucking around here. So they're around.
I know,
Yeah.
like
Don't lose sight of 'em.
Mogus has his own city as well, which is like a minotaur city that's like
He
surrounded
sure does.
Yes.
by a labyrinth, right? Is that
it
right?
Scophos? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Scophos is correct. Let me just pull that up right
Oh.
there.
Nice.
Yeah,
did it
look at
again.
you.
Fucking
I did it
Hermione
again.
Granger.
Hey.
Hermione.
Skephos.
Surrounded by a dope.
Wait, how many
looking
cities are there? I feel like
labyrinth.
this 200 mile thing
So
is really
many.
blowing me away
Dude.
because like
Yeah.
I can't. I think it's. I don't think it's big
Whoop.
enough for this many
It's
cities.
I
not-
want to edit.
Like where are they getting their crops? Like where
What's
are
a
they getting their food?
what's a comparable size?
They get
Let's
their
look at that.
food and crops from like Setessa and the Nessian wilds.
So is it 200 miles in diameter? If like how does this work?
I don't
guess
remember if
if
it's
it's-
radius or diameter.
Does that
I will
include the?
say.
I wonder if that includes the Siren Sea with all the Tritons.
Yeah, and I didn't know if it included oceans or not. I
Maybe
remember
it's just
I
land
did state
miles.
that I studied at 3 a.m. last night.
Oh,
So
God.
so you're getting that kind of fact retention. I remember the
Dan,
words
please.
200
I know you're
miles.
still. Dan, please. I know you're still in the chat.
Dan,
Could you Google how big Theros is?
Yeah. What is the size of Theros?
Yeah, so those are all the cities, I think. There are, of course, there's Triton places. There's, the Centaurs sort of run around in between the three cities in sort of the woods. It's full of
there's
veils.
Areskos, which has the Leonin in it.
Yep.
Cool. And there's like there are rumored mythical poles as well. One of them supposedly sunk into the sea after Heliod was just like, I guess I'll kill you. I don't really know what his motivations are. I didn't read that far ahead because he kind of seems like a douche. So, but yeah, now it's on the back of a Kraken.
Nice. Oh yeah, it's on the Kraken spine. I saw that picture.
Yeah,
That's really
dope.
cool.
It's real dope.
Very cool.
And for the people in chat, let me just bring that nonsense up. I'm never going to be able to tell what it looks like because it's a lot of work and I can't see because I don't have glasses on. I think it's this one. It is. I did it. It was the first try. Congratulations to me. There we go. Just so everybody can see this.
So you can kind of see that creature underneath the water there. So that's the island.
And it moves.
Please
That's
load.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
This island is 6 feet
Oh,
long.
that's cool.
It kind of is because
concentrate on anything else other than this side. This 200. This 200 miles.
I will take us some personal time to see if I can find the 200 miles, but everyone else keep going.
And we need to combine the cities too. Like we need to figure out how much space. I'll do it later, guys. Don't worry about it. I'll figure out like how much. Okay, whatever.
We'll do a separate stream where we do the math.
Yeah,
and we really get
the math.
We really get to the bottom of
breaking
this.
my mind
math.
Right now.
But we're done talking about cities. Cities are dumb. Y'all want to talk about monsters?
So San Francisco is roughly
make a pit stop.
232 square miles.
Yo,
Putting that out there.
200 miles by 200 miles.
That is just San Francisco. So that is saying.
Okay, chat. We're getting clarification from chat, and you all are talking about San Francisco.
Sorry.
It's the mainland is roughly 200 miles by 200 miles. The known world is 200 miles, not the known world. There's lost seas and stuff going on.
So it's 400 square feet. Got you. I'm square miles. Working on it.
Yep. But still 200 miles across.
Got you.
But it's the known world. So
San Antonio. It's the size of San Antonio, guys.
I'm gonna vomit. Okay, so I think we should go to monsters, but we got to make the tiniest pit stop at items to look at. Like, I think we should only look at Crusaor, the Divine Spear, and the Chariot. Those are the two things I think we should.
No. We have to look at one more thing.
I like this picture. What am I looking at here?
Also, good question. Where
You're
is
looking at a
Sharif when you
dope
need math?
sphinx.
Big facts.
Oh, would you say?
Yeah, you're looking at a dope sphinx.
I was saying, someone in the comment asked, "Where's Sharif when you need math?" And I was like, "Yes."
He's probably at home with his wife, enjoying his life.
True.
So we're not going to go through the whole bestiary because I don't have that time and I don't like y'all enough. So yeah, we're just going to jump over to this classic monsters page and talk about some dope monsters that we're going to see that maybe we don't get to see very often, like interesting Cyclops nonsense and the new versions of the Kraken. Oh my God. Raise your hand if you're tired of seeing Kraken that are just giant octopus.
Thank you, Chaos Esper. My math was wrong. It's 40,000, 400,000, I believe. Is that what that is? No, it's 40,000.
40,000? They didn't hire us because we could do math.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we'll say.
Is it 40,000 or 4,000?
It's 40,000.
I don't know.
That makes sense if you count up the zeros. It's Hoboken, New Jersey, guys. We're Hoboken, New Jersey.
Because Wyoming, I looked it up, is 97,000.
Right.
Like, It's half the
So,
size of
I'm
Wyoming.
tired of krakens that are only squid. And
Also, Scotland is like the size of Ohio, but anyway.
if any of you mentions another Earth-based geography, that I'm gonna lose my mind.
Okay, just so we know.
Gotta get the kicks.
Got it. Now this is where I watch the stream.
Can we talk about how the Cyclops is gorging itself on sheep?
Yes.
They do like look at its
Gorgeous.
look at its little fanny pack. Look at its little fanny
Oh my
pack.
God, he's got a fanny
Stuff
pack
full of-
full of sheep.
Full of
Wait,
That he's
sheep.
gonna go
His
through in like a
mom
couple
packed him
minutes.
snacks in his
Wait.
fanny pack.
Show me
He doesn't need to
show me
eat
that
them
on my
like
screen.
that.
Give me that on my screen. I want to see that.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about? It is
scroll-
on your screen.
Scroll down, Carlos.
Scroll down.
Oh, is it?
The
Yeah.
Cyclops. But it's
I
just
don't
like
have it on my
jamming its
screen.
mouth full of
Maybe I
sheep.
close
You
it.
can't even close its mouth.
Pull up. It's on the Twitch now. You can see it there.
Yeah, it's on the Twitch.
Okay. It looks like he has a spiderweb butt.
I'm not gonna lie, this is a very unfortunate art choice, but I do like the sheep fanny pack.
The sheep fanny pack is essential to Cyclops living.
Yeah, it's Urban
Um,
Outfitters.
Yeah. Urban
I'm just
Outfitters
worried
and
about its
Theros
health.
is-
It's gonna choke on one of those sheep.
Oh,
The way it's
definitely.
eating.
He's a
Might-
tall boy. He's a growing boy. He needs
He's a
them
growing
sheep.
boy.
Chew
Mhm.
25 times and then swallow.
And that's wall.
Also, his hair is like just pubes, and it freaks me out. Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
All right, let's
Okay,
look at a
Derek,
different art.
Look at how
Please.
there
Oh,
are many.
What's
there
the
are only
monster's
3
hair
types.
look like? Have you ever seen?
I want to see the Mythic Kraken. Will you show me the
Yeah.
Kraken? It's the very
Yeah.
last page of the book, and it's maybe my favorite page of the book.
Yeah, sure. One sec. Oh, that Sphinx is so beautiful.
Oh.
Let me
This fixes.
pull up
Let's go.
Mythic Kraken. Where's
There
the
are
hiding?
only 2 types of dragons. Ooh, blue dragons, which live along the ocean shore, and red dragons, which soar over mountain slopes. Okay, interesting, fascinating. I wonder
creatures and monsters.
how that plays in for the rest of it.
Where are you? Mythic?
Okay. I see. They are barely capable of speech, so there's no intelligent dragons out there.
It's Tremocrates,
Mhm.
in case you forgot, TK.
In case I
Um,
forgot what.
The name of the Mythic Kraken I want to look at.
Oh,
look
thank
at his
you. Because I
pretty
didn't
face.
know. Did you say Tremocrates?
Yeah, with a T.
I'm trying to.
He's so spooky, and I love him so much. If you go to if the classic Monsters and Theros page is still up,
Thank
for
you.
it's under Nadir Krakens. You can just click on it from there.
Oh, thank you,
I
precious
got you,
creature.
baby.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness!
Thank you.
He's
Ooh.
a good
Oh, wow.
boy.
Oh,
God.
So, like,
This precious
spoiler alert,
baby.
this is like the last page in the book, at least in the PDF we were given to
Yeah.
advanced look, and it's so pretty. It's
one
this
sec. I
picture
gotta
is
get it in the
stunning.
It's
square
gorgeous.
so that Twitch can see.
I'm looking at his character sheet. My God.
So yeah,
Did
there's a
you-
whole book that talks about like infamous terrors, and this is one of them.
Is
Oh,
this your way
so
of saying that you
powerful.
want to meet this?
No, I think I'm good at from
Are you-
admiring from afar.
can I read just something about it? Because this is
Yes.
amazing.
Please,
It's got
please.
Hearts of the Kraken, which is a mythic trait, recharges after a short rest. When Tremocrates is reduced to 0 hit points, it doesn't die or fall unconscious. Instead, the damage creates cracks in its carapace, revealing its hearts. Tremocrates has 4 hearts, 2 on its chest, 1 on its back, and 1 at the base of its tail. Heart has an AC of 22 and 100 hit points. So now you don't have to do an additional 400 hit points. It is immune.
Oh my god.
It is immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magic weapons, and it is immune to all conditions. Just all conditions.
Every
is-
condition.
It is forced to make a saving throw. Treat ability scores as 10. If it is forced, treat ability score as 10 plus 0. If it finishes a short or long rest, the carapace heals. My goodness. It only dies when all the hearts are destroyed.
So yeah, you'll see that this is a mythic trait. So
Please.
you've got some mythic mechanics as we
Yeah.
tie back into like fate
Yeah.
and destiny. A lot of I think like Dungeons and Dragons, it's kind of the DM's. It's fallen on the DM's shoulders to create those feelings of greater than.
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's become the DM's burden. And I think a really smart thing that this book does is it gives you the tools to create that feeling, which I think is really a really good tool that you can take and put in any campaign, not just the Theros world.
It's awesome because they do have several lists of just like absurd stuff. There's a Hydra that I can't wait for y'all to meet, a world-eating Hydra.
I can wait.
Why? I can wait. It's cool. I
Why
can
do
wait.
you think, Masood?
It can go. Wait, you can wait till the 12th
Because you're my
of
friend.
November.
Are we not friends, Masood?
No, we're friends. But friends don't make friends face hydras.
It's
you know?
too late.
Friends don't make friends face hydras is a great point.
Now,
There
I
you go.
will say before we move on to artifacts that Katie may notice somebody in the chat really wanted to see Dryads. So
I also really
me
liked them.
just-
So this
Yeah.
is just me sneaking them in.
Carlos, could you Carlos, could you hit the button? Thanks. All right. Let me just drag that over there. Oh no, take your time, Roll20. I hate this mouse. Might have to go back to my old mouse. Rawr. But yeah, look at this. Look at this beautiful lady.
Wow.
What do you like about Dryads, Katie May?
Well, will you show me the Dryads? I can't see them yet.
Check out the Twitch chat.
Thank you. What did you just yell at me?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much.
I'm crying, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Dryads are great.
They're great.
Someone wanted to see them. Here you are. They're so good, and I should have been thinking about something to say about them more than I love them. But let me think.
Is this
Let me panic.
Are we
This
gonna
is
have to make a pit stop for every pretty lady?
This is like when this is a picture of me like 10 minutes after my mom said stop playing in the leaves. Like this is this is me just like fine. Like walking back to the house.
Oh God.
Just like check out the good Dryad. But that's a lot of things. You get a lot of the lore that you've been looking for.
Yeah.
You know, it's been brought to life.
So what's their story? What's their deal?
Travelers entering a forest might catch a glimpse of a feminine form flitting through the trees. Warm laughter hangs in the air, drawing those who hear it deeper into the emerald shadows. Ooh.
Shadows.
Shadows.
If we have time at the end, we should also look at Spider Lady, because Spider Lady's
Oh my God.
fucking insane. But that's only if we earn it.
Yes.
let me
It's
Only
only
if
if
we
we
earn
earn it.
Only if we have time
Only if
left.
So
Okay.
it's only if we earn it.
Yeah.
So let's do items.
Let's move
do
over
items.
to. I want specifically move over to artifacts.
Uh-huh.
We got
Yeah.
some.
Let's
we
talk
got
about this
some-
chariot.
I don't think the chariot.
What am I
is
thinking? What is the
in.
song that's about chariots?
Chariots of Fire?
That's the song I'm thinking of. Never mind, I thought of it.
Wait, what's the song?
That's a
Oh,
song.
I'm not gonna talk about it right
I
now.
need to
Come
know.
on.
So
Come
just-
on.
Okay, you
don't
weirdo.
do that.
Yeah, just tell me.
It's the song that's like swing low, sweet
Oh,
chariot.
yeah.
Coming for to carry me
You
home.
shouldn't have said that song. You really shouldn't have brought that up.
I shouldn't have. And I was like, no, I can't. I don't want to bring that song up right now. You guys are like, bring up the song.
I was thinking of there's an God, what was that other guy? His album was called, I think his album was called Chariot. It was the guy who sang like, I don't want to be anything other than what
Other than what I've been trying to be lately. Yeah.
Anyway,
Gavin DeGraw, that's what the chat said. Yeah.
yeah,
Gavin
that's
DeGraw.
his name.
Hey y'all. What?
We're
What are
just
we
stalling so you can
doing?
pull up the artifacts. We're trying to
Come
help
on.
you.
I did pull
okay?
up the artifacts. Oh,
I
haven't
can't see
showed
it, so
to
I
you.
don't know to stop stalling, do I?
Hey, May, I hate you.
Artifacts.
don't.
Miraculous relics fill the tales of Theros. Among these legendary items, none are more renowned than the weapons of the gods themselves.
Show me Crusaor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. One sec. I thought for some reason that it would show me a thing, but I'm being silly.
I don't
Oh,
wanna
I wonder-
be
I wonder if I click-
Anything other than what I've been trying to be lately.
You.
You was thinking my peace of mind.
God.
Okay, we're just doing Crusaor though.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I just want to do Crusaor.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to look at the.
What is this? What is
Yeah,
this thing?
yeah.
This is Crusaor. This is the spear that Heliod wields. The thing that the only thing.
Oh wait.
The only thing that can kill a god.
Okay.
Okay, so
Allegedly.
ignore the art because the art is definitely Crusaor, but the title says Dekela. It's obviously not a Bident. It is Crusaor, the spear of Heliod.
Yeah.
And it's gonna kill the hecky out of another god.
Spear-
This is
Who
a
makes
spear
these
blessed with the
things?
power of the sun. Yeah, who makes them? In his hands, it can be pitched from next
Probably
to any
Perforos.
point in the world. So he can just look at any point on the plane and be like, yoink, like a dartboard. And just,
I mean, it's
throw
only
this
200
giant
miles,
spear.
so it's like it's not that hard.
New Jersey. Come on.
Carlos is like,
literally-
I'm in LA. I hiked 200 miles
It's
yesterday before
literally-
breakfast.
I looked it up, and the closest thing to it is Ohio. So it's just like he can literally look at
Scotland.
Cincinnati
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you know
I'm so mad.
Cleveland.
So you'll
What, you've
notice
never
that,
thrown a spear at Cleveland?
Oh, look, I'm going to keep going. So if you look at the item description, you'll notice that if you're a worshiper of Heliod and you use this, you get different properties depending on your piety points.
Let me
So that's
just
sort of
highlight
how-
that for the Chizity chat.
I think
Yes,
my
thank you.
my
You're
favorite thing
welcome.
about it that I saw is that it's Sun's retaliation. When you take damage from a creature within 5 feet of you, you can use a reaction to make a melee attack with a spear against that creature. On hit, the spear deals damage as normal, and the creature is blinded until the start of its next turn. That's pretty dope. That's just like someone gets anywhere near you, you can just instantly like give them disadvantage on whatever they were just about to do. Like, that's awesome.
It's good.
It's a good item.
And if you're not a worshiper, there are 2 randomly determined major detrimental properties that happen to you when you use it. So you gotta be devout in this game. I mean, you can also be an iconoclast, but like it has to be a choice is sort of what the game is asking you. It's asking you to make bold choices vis-a-vis God worship.
You can destroy the spear.
I'm sorry, I'm
By
reading that, and this seems like a
Yeah.
very specific hypothetical.
If taken to Erebos' palace in Xeris and
Oh
used
my
to sacrifice
God.
a champion of Heliod, Cursor is either destroyed or fundamentally twisted to Erebos' service. Wow.
Excuse
so rad.
that is first of all, that's super metal.
Very metal.
Second of all,
It's like,
what,
hey,
what a strangely specific hypothetical.
it's like you either it's your friend PC you sacrifice to, or it's someone that you've convinced, like some champion of Heliod who's got the spear. Like, dude, yeah, come on in, come on to the underworld. It's totally good. Everything's gonna be fine. It's all good.
But that's what I'm saying. This game wants you to make big choices.
I love
Yes,
it. I love
chat, RIP Elspeth. So everybody close your eyes and raise your hands if you're interested in sacrificing another champion to a rival god.
Not this time. I'm not a traitor this time. Watch my head go
Allegedly.
down.
Thank you.
Allegedly.
Awesome, noted.
All right, everyone open
Thank
your
you for
eyes
raising
back
your
up.
hand.
We good?
Wait, no one
Yeah.
raised their hand because no one decided to sacrifice anyone. We're not traitors
You're right.
this time.
Not a single person raised their hand.
I didn't raise my hand this time. Guys.
I'm not accusing you of raising your hand.
I know, but now someone's going to stab me in the back and it's going to make me want to stab people in the back.
I can't believe
Okay, I mean that's a stretch. I mean,
Oh wow. Okay.
I can't believe by not being the traitor, I now become a target for betrayal.
That makes
might as well
sense.
just been the betrayer. God,
the traitor to begin with.
God. Have you heard of the prisoner's dilemma?
Show me the chariot, please.
All right, I'm pulling it over right now. I'm going to show
Thank you.
everyone
Oh,
but
it's
you.
flying.
because you
TK
raised your
TK
hand.
told me before we came to air that my character could have a party chariot, and I'm taking that seriously.
I did not say that.
No, you said I could have a party chariot,
I did
and I
not
don't
say
have
it.
to parallel park. Those are the 2 things you told
That-
me. I don't have to parallel park, and I can have a party chariot.
No,
God.
you said my character would totally have a party chariot. And I said, haha, I could see that.
That's the same thing.
That's a yes. That's a firm yes.
That's a firm yes.
Yeah.
And now that you've spoken it, chat will now hold you to it. So
Chat, please help
Chat
me
doesn't
get party
hold me to
chariot. I don't
anything.
have to parallel
Chat's
park.
never bullied me into anything before. They ain't gonna start now. I'm the bully.
Chat, I can't parallel park, so just make sure I don't have to parallel park.
Wait.
Can you really not parallel park?
I'm really bad at
What?
it.
Okay, that's
Come
okay.
on.
I'm
That's
a
okay.
baby.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Oh, how quickly you moved to that line.
Maybe.
All right, talk about this flying chariot, y'all.
It's dope.
Got
I
flames
need
on the
somebody
side.
who's not Katie May. Talk
Yeah.
about the flying chariot. No offense, Katie May.
It's pretty dope. I mean, what you get a +1 bonus to AC if you're writing it or the creature who's pulling it. And like if this magic chariot is pulled by one or more flying creatures, it too can fly.
That makes-
One just takes one to make it fly. Fascinating. Yeah,
I like
and
that you
then
get cover.
you get half
cover.
cover.
So if one
right?
of the PCs is pulling this chariot,
Yeah,
what do you think?
I mean,
How many people can fit in this chariot?
Oh.
What's it say?
I'd say you could. It looks like 3, maybe, depending on the
Doesn't say,
size.
so I think infinite.
It doesn't say.
No.
Could a centaur fit
No,
inside
no
the
way.
chariot?
No, it's okay. The centaur will pull the chariot.
Yes.
Nice. Oh my god.
Oh no!
Three
Wait, let me
PCs
look.
on the inside of the chariot. One
One
PC
PC
on
pulling
the
it.
outside pulling it.
Yeah.
Dan,
how
are
we
you still
roll
in the
up.
chat? Please tell me how many people fit in this chariot. I
Please.
don't see how many
Oh my
people, and
gosh.
I can't give
Well,
this to them.
if it's multiple, it's definitely 3 or more. If it's
Yeah.
multiple.
Multiple creatures are pulling the chariot. So that's like 2, because really only 2 things can pull a chariot.
So no, like the chariot's cabin is going to be different, definitely than like the actual. Like you definitely can have two entities in front, and then however many fit on the actual chariot portion of the chariot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 3 people at most. Thank you. Most movies. I feel like most times I've seen it's been 3 because it's like it's like 2 people are fighting, one person just rescued the other one, and then the other guy jumps on, or the bad guy's got the other person on the chariot.
One person
and then
being
they go back.
dragged.
Yeah, one person's dragged and pulls themselves
somebody-
up. You
Will
know,
somebody pull up a pirated copy of Ben-Hur real quick so we can see how many?
hold up. I definitely have 6 hours to leave everyone on chat so I can watch Ben-Hur real fast.
Yeah, can we just
Can we just pause?
share your
No.
screen so we
Guys.
can watch Ben-Hur?
I'm sorry.
All right.
You were gonna do something else tonight? No.
No.
Oh.
Okay. Now we've looked at the chariot.
Yeah.
We looked at Crusoe.
Are we ready to look at Spiderwife?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Katie
Spiderwife. Spiderwife.
Spiderwife.
All right. We're just
Spiderwife.
gonna look at Spiderwife just real quick.
She made me nauseous when I looked at her last night. I got like
Really? I
real
love
life
her.
heebie-jeebs.
I like that you're so excited to see her again. She's like,
Yeah,
she
I
made me
know.
nauseous.
You're like,
I might puke this
"Jeez."
time.
I like
I
a D,
hope
like a
so.
classic D. I feel like a lot of like classic D&D monsters have a lot of like reverence around them, and I've not
Oh, wow. This is
felt
really
that
good.
way toward
Yeah.
Yeah,
them.
she looks
But when I
dope,
saw
right?
this terrifying
I
spider,
mean, I would
lady,
puke if I saw her. Yes.
That's good.
My way.
I felt a chill. She's so scary. A Rasta.
A
Yeah, a
rest.
Rasta.
And a Rasta of
The
the endless
wifey.
web.
Ooh, wait, was that the person's
Is she
beloved?
Nylea's wife?
That sounds like the thing from
Nylea's-
Inuyasha.
Ooh.
Oh, right. Yuri.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Yuri with the hair.
wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
my other
Wait,
wife.
wait. It's a Rasta. You're right, Masood. I didn't even put those two
I was
things
like-
together.
That's crazy because that you literally were gushing about
It's-
them, and now that gave you chills.
Your
It's
wife.
it's
Oh,
her
no,
wife.
Nylea's wife.
Oh, we all quickly judged. We all quickly judged Nylea, and lo and behold, how we fall.
And now we're just like, now I understand why she ran.
I get it.
Yeah.
I've
don't
been
know, like,
I've been
honestly,
thoroughly
That's a
I-
curse. That's a good curse. I don't like,
Honestly,
someone got that
kinda
person.
into it.
Yeah.
That blew my fucking mind. Holy shit.
I kind of don't
Oh,
understand what
God.
blew your mind. Like, I kind of don't
I
understand
didn't,
this.
when I was reading the book, because like names are really hard for me, I didn't put together that she was Nylea's lost sister.
Yeah.
And that's what I just figured out.
Oh.
And so,
You know,
This
her
is
Sailor
her.
Moon cousin.
Roommates.
she's so
That's
scary.
that's your Aunt Dawn's roommate. Don't worry about it.
Look at her stat block at all.
Ooh, I don't
Uh,
know. I wonder.
Go to the
Hmm.
tokens page.
Oh yeah.
Look at some of
Where am
that stuff.
I? Yeah, let me pull down the tokens toolbar.
Yeah, she is freaky as hell.
Yeah.
She's so
gee.
scary.
Oh gosh, everything is enormous.
She's got like
okay.
7 mandibles.
Oof.
One sec. I don't have my
Oh my
box on here.
God.
And so many
So-
biter
Can you
hits.
imagine? I know that this isn't our campaign, but can
Pop
you
into
imagine just the
the-
sauce of like
Yeah. Want to do it?
a group of heroes having to go back to Nylea and being like, I found her, but you're not gonna like what I have to say.
I mean, we'll all admit, you remember what she looked like, right? Hasn't
You
changed. Yeah.
You sent me after a giant spider lady, and you did not tell me she was a
Nah.
giant spider lady.
That would be good to mention.
my
Just for the
God.
next crew you send out, just include that, you know?
Just tell them it's a giant. I ran. I'll be honest.
Absolutely.
You told me she was
Ruin it.
ugly, not horrifying.
Right. Truly
You
shaft
said she
myself
was an
and
uggo,
ran.
but
Just any
right.
defining characteristics would have helped. You know, like her hair, cobwebs, endless cobwebs,
endless
Endless
web.
web. Endless webs.
web
And
from her hair.
And it looked like what with spiders' sacks for eyes. Yeah,
Mhm.
that could have been nice to have known. That would have been nice.
It looks like she has the
Ugh.
universe in her body too. So just like, I don't know, just like, oh, you didn't want to. You don't see those things. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, cool. That's, I,
Oh no, you're
love
just a
is
god and you
powerful.
don't see things. That's
Yeah,
fine, Nylia.
I get
That's
it.
cool.
love is powerful. We get it. And honestly, I've been in relationships where like you're not the same person anymore, but I still love you. You know, I get
I
that.
darn it.
But
I
you
get
would
it. You send me to
Carlos,
find your
what's up?
sister.
Time
who-
out. Time out. What's the hotkey to bring up her stat block from the token?
You shift double click if there's something connected.
Oh gosh darn. Yes,
Yeah.
there is. Haha. Thanks, Carlos.
nice.
Nice, we nailed it.
This was a learning opportunity for us all. I'm
And
just
look,
trying to
the bit
Get it in
stopped
the
as soon as you
box.
asked. That was so good of
I
us.
mean, that bit would have gone on forever. Like,
We would have had a great time.
We would have
we
role
were-
played a whole campaign just
No
in
one would
bit
have
format.
put lights.
It would just be the 3 guys that like had to go talk to this guy.
Yeah, so
about
many
not being
spiders.
found.
Also,
It's
so
just
many
like,
small.
Uh,
yeah.
Just like, you know, in the break room, just eating some Cheetos, talking about it's like, oh yeah, you can't say anything. Yeah, she said something about it. I
That's
lost.
fine.
It's
I
not-
get
it's
paid either
not
way.
rude- It's not rude unless you make it rude. That's the whole thing.
There we
Oh,
go.
see, yeah,
27
this
men
is- this
in
is
10
the-
minutes.
This is the picture
Yeah.
that gave me the chills. This picture right here is the one that did it to me.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Dang.
baby.
Talk about
Oh,
fat
okay,
bottom
yeah.
girls.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's icky in the
It's
best way.
gross.
No, thank you.
She used
Yeah,
to be
no.
a
Got them apple bottom
lover.
jeans.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna die.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Let's look at her. Let's look at her stats.
armor of
No,
spiders.
no. First off, let's look at her lair. Arasta lives in an enormous
Oh.
gnarled olive tree called an Orasi, which was planted millennia ago by Clothis. It is said that those who eat of its
Oh.
fruit can see
Mm.
glimpses of the future.
Ooh.
Eating the fruit brings with it a risk, though, for those who Clothis finds unworthy might be driven mad. There, within Enrossi's hollow trunk, Arasta awaits the next would-be prophet to make her meal. Her webs stretch beyond the branches of the trees and carpet the forest floor of her
I
realm.
like
So
that.
she knows you're coming. So you've got
Yeah.
layer actions, and which are cool. I don't want to get into them because truly, we could just sit and read this page and gush about it. But
Ooh, are they?
it is dope.
Ooh,
There's
Okay,
some
first
very
of all,
dope.
armor of spiders. If Arasa reduced to 0 hit points, she doesn't die or fall unconscious. She gains 200 hit points.
Oh my
Yep.
god! Wait,
And her
what?
children
I'm
immediately swarm her body to protect her, granting
Oh
her
my
an
God.
additional 100 temporary hit points. This
Oh my
book
God.
wants you to die
Yeah.
in the best way.
In the best
Gives,
way.
it gives the
I'm
DMs the tools
so-
they need to
I'm
devastate.
so glad. I'm so glad.
Oh,
told me to
TK,
look
are we
at
sure
this.
you're DMing? Because you're gonna break me in
You're-
half.
it's
This is gonna go
Ugh.
so bad.
100%. That's what I'm here for.
I
Jeez
know.
Louise.
I'm here for
I'm-
you.
I'm like reeling over.
This is what you wanted.
Spiderwife truly did it to me tonight.
Mhm.
I am gonna
Oh,
need to spend several hours recovering.
fun fact for people who are new to Theros, who knows why she has all of these stars and stuff on her?
Oh, let's talk about that. Oh, and the Returned. We should talk about both of them.
Yes.
Yeah, we got time.
Why does she have the stars?
Oh, okay.
I mean,
It is because she is
wondering.
Nyxborn.
Nyxborn.
So the night sky shows up in her shadows. So
Which is-
anywhere that where a
Mm.
shadow would be on her body, you actually see the night sky in Nyx itself because she's Nyxborn. She is born from the dreams of gods.
She's
Is
naked
that
right
a-
there.
Spark of
She's naked there in
divinity.
that photo then.
Is that a
Mm.
like a?
Yeah, she naked.
It's not a racial class, but it's like a background that you can pick.
It is
right?
a
It's-
supernatural gift that you can pick.
Supernatural
and it is
gift,
it
right.
is actually one of my favorites because
Yeah.
the feature is that you can draw your own shadow over you like a cloak.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's so
and then
good.
use it to hide.
Ooh.
If only we could see that being played at the table. Anyways.
Wow.
And then no, I'm just excited that I just am really excited that we get to do this first look, and then I get to hear what everyone thinks is the cool parts because we're gonna get to actually play it so soon.
Yes.
Like a
It'll be very
week.
fun.
I'm so freaking
1 week.
excited.
A whole heckin'
Yeah,
week.
so we should mention that. I don't think we haven't mentioned that. So
Oh.
we
No.
will be playing this game at
Yeah.
this time slot weekly. So join us next week while
Yeah.
we're playing this game. We should have said that.
We're
at the start.
so excited,
We're
everyone.
we're very
so
pumped.
Yeah.
excited.
It's gonna be
They're
great.
excited.
It's gonna be so feral. It's gonna be so good. TK's gonna kill us every week. That's what they told me.
Mhm.
Whether emotionally or physically, just some
Yeah.
variation. And then okay, it's the Returned. I think the Returned are super cool.
Mhm.
I wish I knew how to pull up the image of the guy who is stealing all of the returned masks. Do you know that image I'm talking about, TK?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I know exactly
Yeah.
the one you're talking about. One
Perfect.
sec. I've got an art handout.
Cool. So then I'll talk about them. So these are
Please.
people who actually came back from the underworld.
Mhm.
So there's a secret exit, and if you find it, you can come back. But you don't get to, all of your memories are like incredibly muddled, and oftentimes, like the book says, is they often don't live happy lives when they come back. You are just kind of stuck with like half-baked memories and like the feeling of misery and death. And so all of these returned wear masks, and I don't know why. I don't remember why. So if someone knows,
They
please
are
jump in.
funerary masks.
They're funerary
Whoa.
masks, right? You wear them when you die. They put them over your face at the funeral. And so
Mm.
you just wear them back into the afterlife. If you're interested in like seeing something that's kind of cool about that, there was a Theros trailer for what expansion was that? What?
Maybe
Let me
Beyond
look it
Death.
up. I think it was Beyond Death. Yes, the Theros Beyond Death official trailer has a lot of those really cool looking masks. I don't have the ability to post it in chat because I'm not a mod, but it's a very
Ugh.
cool link.
Drop it in
Um,
Zoom. I'll post it.
I'll drop it. Cool.
I
I realized that I can actually talk about those things. So, and so yeah, this is really cool. I send it to TK. TK will send it to chat. Check it out if that's something you're interested in as well. To see sort of like the precursor to before it was put into this book. So yeah, there are those two concepts. I really like the Nyxborn and the Returned as like Romeo and Juliet concepts. I think they're both really powerful.
Mm.
Having trouble finding it because I'm not wearing my glasses. I can't see anything. Anyway.
That's fine.
That's fine. We'll all live.
Neat.
They all wear cool masks.
Yeah, they are funerary masks. So in Theros, they will get tucked away. Stop it. in Theros they'll have like wooden funerary masks, but when they become returned, those are replaced with golden ones, as well as
Ooh.
like that loss of identity and stuff. And that's actually a really good segue into No Silent Secret, which is the companion adventure that comes with this. I done screwed up our overlay, so I'm gonna fix it. I'm sorry.
Okay, to the right. So,
Thank you.
that's good.
Oh, too far.
No,
I
that's
did
fine.
it.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right. So this is an introductory adventure. It is for level 1 parties, 5 to 6 of them. So you can go in understaffed. You can.
Okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't, but you could. It's got some pretty sassy peeps in here.
You know, there's
Maybe it's
4
got
of us who are
different
playing, right?
No. Yeah, I know.
Doing a head
I
count.
mean, y'all aren't playing it, but
Thank God.
actually,
Okay.
it's for level 1 characters, and y'all will be level 3, so you're probably fine.
Yeah, we'd be okay.
Actually, that'd be cool.
We're also elite gamers, so I'm sure
Elite,
we'd
yeah,
be
actually.
fine.
Kraken.
Yeah, I've min-maxed my character sheet. I know what I'm doing.
I've seen your character sheet, Masood.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Anyway,
Oh.
the gist of this game is that your characters encounter a returned who has been recently murdered,
Okay.
and they avenge that murder, and in doing
Oh.
so find this mask, this golden funerary mask that belonged to the returned. There is some kind of riddle that points towards an oracle who points towards a an abandoned sacred site of not Phoenix. Yes, Phoenix. So and that is known as the Court of Orestes. And I'm not going to tell you the rest, but it's basically your first level characters getting caught up discovering a mystery that Phoenix has forgotten about himself. And there's even a rollable table for the DM to decide what that
Ooh.
secret is.
Ooh.
So it is something that they can play again and again and again and have like different interesting secrets. And
Perfect.
the art for it is gorgeous. There's a little picture of the inside of the mask with all of the stuff in it. It's a delight. It does come, I believe, with a map, which is in the page bar. I'm just gonna pop that out of the way, which is in our little page bar up top. Hopefully that'll show up on.
Yeah.
Right there. I'm just gonna move it over to where it'll
Yeah.
actually show up on screen.
Right there.
Yeah. So it has like a whole little map that you can check out. I'm not going to blow it up here because we have a very strict allowance for our overlay, but you should totally, pick up the book. And it says it's a short adventure, but it's very action packed. You could probably play through it in about 2 hours.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I believe there are 3 different like major encounters that you go through. A lot of it is very exploration. So it's a very fun little thing. Yeah. But wow. I guess we've kind of run out of stuff to show in this first look, huh?
Yeah.
Run out. We could have really talked about many things, but
I
That's
think we
big
went over all the
facts.
major points.
I say run
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
Yeah. I don't think
I'm not going to say
We
run out.
We hit all like the major points of it for sure.
I'm shocked
Yeah.
we hit all the bases, to be honest. I thought we'd
To
get
be
stuck
real.
somewhere on some bit and then it would have
almost
Yo, I
happened.
am going to say
And
we
we
do
gotta
have
leave.
time, so I do want to show you one of my wives in this.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's
show
see
me
it.
a wife. Show me a wife. This is
Showing
my
you a
favorite part of the
wife. Her
game.
name is Farrakha. She's the goddess of
Oh,
affliction.
I want
Yes.
to Pet her
mother.
Herica.
Yeah,
Get
she's
outta
the
here.
mother
I thought
of
they were gonna
That's really funny that you say that
no.
because show me
It
your
is funny.
hair.
Yeah, she is the mother of Medusas and Gorgons. So
You want to pet that
she,
snake hair?
she a hottie. She a hottie with a snake body.
Hottie with a snake body. Hottie with a snake body.
I'm real feral today. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's my
she's-
fault. I gave it to you.
This beautiful woman is.
Oh, it's some wife energy. Honestly,
I
you
love
got so
her.
many. Can we see the picture of Clothis as well? She's my wife.
Girl, if you don't calm down.
Seriously.
Sorry.
You need like a glass of water. You're so thirsty. Katie
Yeah.
May. It's like
We
ridiculous.
do need to look at Keranos too. Silani has an invested interest in Keranos.
Big
Yes.
facts.
Look at Keranos after this.
I spilled water all over myself, and that bit wasn't.
Yeah,
worth it.
there's Clothis. Are you happy?
Yes.
What's her
wait,
name?
did
Looking
you-
like a Final Fantasy. Clothis.
Yes, this is why I like her.
Yeah, she looks like Final
So
Fantasy, like
good.
summon.
What is
Yes.
that? What is that? Is that hair? That's
I think
that
it's
is.
hair.
Yes, it is. It
No,
is
and
hair.
it's what
It is
she-
also the threads of fate. I'm
I
sorry.
see.
that she uses to weave the fate itself. It's destiny. No, she does destiny. Fate is right.
Yeah,
I think she does destiny.
She does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she weaves the strands of destiny, and she's one of the less attached gods, and she's just sort of like this she's like a stoic figure behind the scenes. I love that her eyes
She's Sailor
are-
Pluto.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
I love
so
her.
good. Oh, that's my wife. Oh.
Carlos, can you hit my continue, please?
I just
Sort
I
of think that
appreciate
you're like really big nerds or something.
Can you stop?
I won't be bullied this time around.
So rude.
I will proudly love all of my goddess wives.
And then
Without shame.
we do need to look
Without
at
shame.
Keranos.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna check out Storm Daddy.
Storm. Oh God, I'm gonna call him that from
Daddy.
now on.
Storm Daddy
Daddy.
Keranos.
Storm
Hey.
Daddy.
Hey, Storm Daddy.
Okay, let's see. Storm Daddy. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's great when you say it, Carlos. It's so good.
Yeah.
Wait, why? Oh, because I don't
So
put any inflection on it?
resigned.
Oh, hey, let's
Yeah.
look at Storm Daddy.
It's like
Hey,
we're looking at Storm
so
Daddy. God.
Storm Daddy, what do you do for a living? Oh,
Yeah, hi. So
Bed
I
Bath
see
and
you're-
Beyond, huh? Wouldn't have guessed.
This shirtless
So,
specimen.
A real fun thing to look at is one of the things that could earn you Keranos, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Keranos.
Keranos?
Keranos,
Nope,
yeah.
Keranos now.
Theranos, it's like Theranos, that like fake subterfuge
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
One of the ways that you can earn his favor is one of your parents was struck by lightning. And that's how you earned his favor.
It
Wow.
reminds me of that Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's like, your mother was struck by lightning, but I survived. Some would say that makes Zeus my dad.
I like that.
That's good.
Thanks, I stole it.
It's actually really interesting because he will not like it if you jeopardize others through rash or foolish actions
Mhm.
or fail to plan appropriately for a challenge. So anyone in this party who will be worshiping this god is looking to have a difficult time.
What is this? What is this riddle of lightning? Did you guys read
What?
that?
No, I
Read
didn't.
it to me. Tell me about it.
Once an arrogant oracle boasted of her infallible insight, which flowed from Keranos himself. Bemused, the Storm Lord arranged for the oracle to meet a particularly cunning sphinx and engage in an epic battle of wits. The objective set forth by Keranos was to solve the riddle of lightning, an enigma devised by Keranos himself. After days of deliberation, the oracle realized the answer, only to be struck down by a bolt from the heavens. Among the faithful nowadays, the term riddle of lightning is used to denote a question that one is better off not knowing the answer to.
Wow, what a sore
What a
loser.
Yeah.
She's like, I got it, Zap.
Oh, time's up.
I bet
Oh
you it's
no.
like I bet you it's exactly like the riddle is like, how am I gonna die? And it's like, oh, I got it. I'm struck by lightning. And it's like, exactly. And like that's the entire fucking minute. Like, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
What's
All right.
black and white and red all over?
Karanos! That doesn't even make sense, Karanos. Karanos wins!
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Carlos, I did want to show you a little something. I know that Jeremy Crawford teased this on one of the Lore You Should Know segments because he was saying we don't give slings enough love. So they have created the two birds sling for this book, which is basically you have +1 bonus to attack. Obviously, because it is a rare weapon, you're already going to have that +1 bonus. Anything with +1 is automatically going to be magical, by the way. When you make a ranged attack with this sling and hit a target, you can cause the ammunition to ricochet toward a second target within 10 feet of the first, and then make a ranged attack against the second target.
Oh my god.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Silly.
So you can skip rocks.
It's the
Bad guys.
JFK magic bullet theory. Like
Two
You
birds
can
with one
want
stone.
to
Yeah.
curve your sling bullets.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Captain
that's
America had his shield. You have your sling. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's very like David and Goliath, which I appreciate.
very dope.
Love it.
Yeah. Oh, can I move it over to the right more? Yeah, sure I can. Here you go. I don't know. I done screwed this up. It's
Just-
fine.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know. It's showing up weird on Twitch.
No, it looks good. I can see it. right
Okay,
now.
well, good enough.
You close it.
I'm about to. I thought about it.
Yeah.
So
So
we can. We've got 7 minutes. What do we want to talk about?
I would say,
yeah.
can we talk about our characters a little bit? Can we
Yes.
give a
Yeah.
preview? Yeah.
1 second. Chat, no, there are no new cleric domains. There's just the new paladin subclass and the new bard subclass.
Mhm.
Yes, we can talk about characters. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, we can just do real long outros, right?
Yeah, let's
You
do real
talk
long
about-
outros. Yes, I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited. Since we went a certain way in the beginning, we're going to go opposite way.
Perfect.
Nice.
That means Ms. Silani's going first.
Yay! What do we want to give away about our characters? Like how much info?
Yo, we got 6 minutes.
I'd
I
say
don't care.
let's
Give
say
me-
class.
Give me the
Yeah.
give me the Tinder profile of your
Yeah.
your character.
Okay.
Let's
Tinder
do that.
bio. I've got it.
Yeah.
All right.
So my
Who?
character,
What do they do? Yeah.
my character is Shushua, who would not have a Tinder profile. She is asexual. She is a Air Genasi,
Nice.
which technically doesn't exist in the world, but I really wanted to play an Air Genasi, and TK was nice.
Yeah, let's do it.
I had imagined her as being Nyxborn, but not necessarily with the ability, just like from
Mechanics,
her origin. She is a cleric, Tempest domain, which I'm really excited about, which is also why
Uh-oh.
she worships Keranos, because God of Storms, lightning, and she's lightning and thunder as Tempest. So it's going to be lots of interesting things. Also, I noticed in the Keranos page where like you can gain favor by smiting the foolish, and I feel like I'm just gonna randomly like tase people, just like a little zap. Nothing. Just
I'm
like
really
zap.
worried now.
Very
I'm
fun.
really, really worried now. Oh no.
Yes. I haven't seen my character art, but I'm so excited. But basically she's kind of got like translucent blue skin with like glowy veins and like whitish gray hair. If you can imagine like what was it, the forest spirit from Princess Mononoke in like the giant
Ooh,
form, the blue glowy
Oh.
form. That's kind of what I was imagining as far as her look. I didn't really tell you guys a little bit about her background, but I will just say that she came into the world being that she's like born of the gods. She came in fully formed. So she
Oh.
does not understand the concept of children. or the idea
Oh.
of things starting off small and growing big.
Oh.
Very cool.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Very tasty.
That's all I'll
Delicious.
take.
Let me
Delicious
just take
sauce.
don't mind me. I'm just taking a
Oh.
couple notes.
Okay.
Oh,
That,
it's so
and then I think Katie May,
good.
you're next then, right?
Oh, my next?
Yes.
Yeah,
please.
Katie May.
I've been so excited. I went this time, I'm making the disaster. I feel like last time my character was the responsible one, and I've cast it aside.
Oh,
No
do you
longer
feel
shall
like
it be
that?
me. Yes, I do.
Okay.
We can talk about that later. But
Okay, we sure will.
No, we can. Tack. We surely can. But
Hey.
I will be playing. It's New Year, New Us. We're brand new people. This is a beginning. I will be playing Daphne. She is a wild magic sorcerer satyr. With,
Oh, God.
with a real big love for party vibes and a natural aversion to responsibility. I think I have to convince TK to let me make her maybe an oracle. We'll see. We'll find out. I'm jonesing for it. We'll see if I can earn TK's favor.
I'm cool
Wow.
with it.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm
if you
cool
saw in
with
the chat, but Torgor was probably the more responsible one. Seems about accurate.
Okay, well, we're not going to fight about that right now, are we? So yes, Daphne, I'm so ready for her. She is, she's very she does not know how to wield her magic, but she loves Nylea so much, and she's trying her best. So that's what I'm very excited to have her do her best and help the other members of the party realize what a party really means, and I think that's one of her core goals. So I'm ready to bring the booze.
Okay, worships Nylea. Oh God.
That's her quote.
Ready to bring the booze.
Me and then Masood, I think it's your turn.
Masood.
Okay. I would love to tell you about my character. I'm going to be playing Troilus Antioch. He's a Centaur from the Lagona tribes. He's the Colterra of his tribe, which is defender because he is their paladin, following the Oath of Glory. So I'm going to be showing that off a little bit. Pretty excited. Yeah, he's also an athlete, guys. So he's really big about everybody being on the same team and getting the job done. You know, like we all succeed as a group. There's no I in team, and that truly stands. And you know what? Iroran is guiding us to victory. It's meant to be.
He's
So
like channeling this character
Meant
right
to
now
be.
for us.
Oh
Love
God,
man.
it.
yeah. It's gonna be good. I'm very
You're so
pumped.
good.
Is he speaking all
Speaking of
caps?
athlete background,
Yeah.
what was your sport? Have you decided what your sport is yet?
Dude, so I've been good at every sport. So I thought pentathlon, so I did, you know, because it's all of them, and I win at every one that I was in. And also, yeah, I do have my own personal discus, so maybe we should throw it.
Yeah, just play some discus together. Okay.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Daphne and Rose are gonna get along so
I
great.
feel like he has like blonde highlights.
Those
Those frosted tips.
It's got like
Just tips.
really,
Yeah.
just the tips of it. He's also
Frosted
his horse
tips.
half is like more like an Appaloosa horse, so it's got like a white and brown like spotter padding, and then the rest of him is just pure like Spartan 300. Except like that is, that's it.
Does he have a tribal tattoo anywhere? Just curious.
No,
We need
no,
to
no,
know.
no. Got body's a temple, man. Got to keep it clean, just clean slate, you know.
Oh no.
They don't put it on our temples at all.
Nectar, ambrosia, creatine.
Exactly.
What is we got to figure out what the Theros version of Soylent is here.
Definitely has it 3 times a day.
Gross. All right, Carlos, that's
Carlos.
Yeah, you guys have thought all of your stuff out very well. Mine is just more design-esque, which I can't really show right now. But yeah, I'm going to be playing Wanch, an overly cautious, broken-winged harpy rogue. Great way to think. He doesn't look like a typical harpy or whatever. He kind of looks like the guy from House Moving Castle, but like gold feathers.
So Howl.
Howl, yeah. Well, I don't know. I didn't want to say howl. But a lot of
the
like,
guy
his-
from the movie.
The guy the movie's named after.
his wings are broken though in different places
shit.
and have been fixed and put back together with like wood and gold and like precious metals. And he's kind of like a fancy boy, but he's also a scaredy cat.
Poor
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, poor
All
little
right, let me
wench.
type in fancy boy real
Fancy
quick.
boy.
And so
Fancy
you're
broken
using-
boy.
You're using an Aarakocra base stat, and we're just altering it slightly to make it work in Theros. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, whatever.
We are altering it in that we're just changing the flavor.
That's
Cool.
so good, though. That's how you make Theros
Yeah.
work for you, baby.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Like Shushua, doesn't he have interesting shadow going on?
Does he?
Are you also Nyxborn?
Am I?
Most harpies are Nyxborn.
Oh,
in,
yeah. Then I
Theros,
am.
So.
Sure.
That's me.
Carlos, we literally just had this conversation.
I'm doing good. That's what I choose. Yeah.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
All right. And
Cool.
of course, I will be DMing and leading these precious babs. The theme for or I guess the whole idea for the story is that these are 4 young heroes who are being accepted into the Gladius, which is an elite hero academy.
What? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And so next week, when we see them, we'll start our character creation on stream. And that will be the first part, their written exam to get in. I'm going to ask them some pretty probing questions about why they want to be heroes and what their background is like. And then we're going to go to the physical exam.
Cool. Awesome.
As
A
long-
little,
So good,
little
Brian.
bit of an adventure.
Just don't let me roll for stats. That's all I'm asking. Let me use the standard pointer, right? That's please.
Standard right.
Yeah. I'll let you use standard.
Thank you.
Cool. We will see everyone next week then. Right?
Yeah.
Same time?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't have a sign off yet. So
Yeah, I don't have a sign off either. Cool. Bye everyone.
Cool.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye! Thanks for tuning in.
Have a good night.
Bye,